We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stutter and Craig. No, you don't get the 96-ounce Coke Zeros, Blabs.
Yo, my androids, what's up?
And straight from the hood, Phoenix.
It's really enjoyable as an adult male to shit your pants.
And now, broadcasting from our homes around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Okay, you ready?
Welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com, and most importantly, friends, SidescrollersPlus.com. What's all going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday to you. Is it still icy where you are? It is where I am. School's still out, and here we are with a full house with the family and stuff, so I gotta keep the no-no words to a minimum today. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. Hello, Blabs.
The no-no square. The no-no box. Yeah, anyway. Hi, everybody. I have ice. In fact, my garage doors were frozen this morning.
Oh, yeah?
It was fun. Mm-hmm.
Were they, like, frozen shut?
Yeah. Had to take a shovel and start banging on the ice to get it unblocked. Fun.
All right. Well, I'm glad
Narnia
that I'm glad at least you're okay.
Well, yeah. It's a lot of us. It's a lot of snow on the ground, but it's starting to get a little bit warmer, so that's nice. So we're at was it 0 degrees? That's nice.
In Guam, of all places, that's
so
crazy.
cold, man. Just everyone died from being cold and stuff. I'm the only one left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your bravery, Blab.
Thank
as
you.
Always fighting through.
I am the one survivor.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, we do not have a survivor today, as Phoenix is dead.
Don't even say that. It's not actually, guys.
Well, that's what you always say when I'm not here.
Yes, yeah, there's a difference.
Oh, okay. Well, Phoenix is not with us today. Why, Blabs?
He is sleeping or something, or he's very sick.
He is. He had 105-degree temperature yesterday. So we said, hey, dude, how about you not be on the show? And he's like, no, I can make it. Okay. So with that said, we are still doing the Side Scroller Showdown today, and we got a doozy for one. But speaking as a doozy, straight from the hood, replacing Phoenix.
One hoodlum from another hoodlum.
That's right. Our own little hoodlum. It's Leaflet. Hello, Leaflet.
I did work in Compton for a while.
Oh, dude, listen. I also have been. I told the story before where I actually stayed the night in Compton, and it was quite the experience. Have you heard the story before?
No, do tell.
Yeah,
I never got to go to Compton. I feel left out.
Blabs, you wouldn't last 6 minutes in Compton.
How do you know?
The Popeyes chicken there is like a vault, dude. Like an actual vault. They got like bulletproof glass, like inches thick, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, I'm not going there ever.
If you want to pay, you have to put in those little slidey windows that they rotated around.
Yep.
The double-sided security. Yeah, you
it's
have
like
to do
going
that.
to a bank to get fried chicken. It's amazing.
Chad wants to know what kind of work you did in Compton there, Leaflet.
Game design.
Okay.
But we, hold on.
Oh,
When
boy.
it was like really late at night and we had like a release, like a patch day, they'd be like, okay, well, we need some people to stay behind because we need people that are ready just in case we hot fix it, right? We would draw straws on who had to buy the Popeyes because you had to go like to the Popeyes. It was really scary.
You had to?
Yeah, well, it was the thing that was open and it was cheap because like back then it was like $1 for 2 pieces of chicken.
Yeah.
So we would just buy like 50 of them, right? But
You buy 50 pieces of chicken?
yeah, I feel like everyone at the office that's staying overnight for the patch,
Yeah, I hear that. Well,
I like
I'm
chicken.
trying to pull up some pictures of Popeyes from Popeyes in Compton for you. See if I can find it. It's because I do recall the fried chicken place having all of the precautionary measures on it. Yeah, long story short, I had a buddy, a teammate, a long time ago that I played slam ball with, which was like a basketball thing. And he was from Compton. He was a dealer. and he was like, "Hey man, how about you stay at my house for the night?" And it was one of the most terrifying experiences of my life. And like the fact that he was also a dealer and basketball player was like, okay, I may die tonight, which is good. So, anyways, it was different time in good old Stuttering Craig's life. So, but good times nonetheless. Anyways, hey, if you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Join the 138,000 just normal men who have found common sense in the video game entertainment and just life space. Here we are, ready to go. And join the nearly 36,000 who have found us over on Rumble. If you're tuning in over on Rumble, good to see you. Today, we are going to be getting into Highguard.
We've all played it. We've all tried it out.
Oh, yes. We're going to be spending some time on that. We are going to be getting into some more Amelia stuff, which Leaflet, I know you have your new video out. I don't know if you've seen the response to Amelia by the mainstream media, because it's out there. And
I have not.
Oh,
I'd love to see it.
Spectacular.
Is she like a far right icon right now, terrorist watch list?
When you see what they have to say about Amelia, you will. I mean, it's honestly shocking, because the things that they say in the piece, followed by what they say, is like, wow, it's crazy.
You want to know an interesting thing about it?
Yes.
I got a text message from someone in the industry, gaming industry. Like, you know, I know a lot of people in the gaming industry, and they told me, I saw a video. Real advice: don't ever go to the UK. It's dangerous for you specifically because you made this video. And I was like, really? I wasn't aware that it was like that crazy that I made that video, because I was in actual like trouble. If I were to go there, there's a real possibility of something happening.
Yeah, you potentially being arrested. Yeah, 100%. I know. I am going on a cruise. I'm going on a Mediterranean cruise coming up in the summer with my wife. We've had this plan for like a year, right? And I'm going to take like 2 weeks off coming up. Anyways, it's a big deal. And we are specifically not traveling through the UK for that reason. Because I was like, honey, I may get arrested if we land. And I know that sounds like really crazy, but when they're arresting that Graham guy for social media comments that he makes, like, why? It's a precaution that we have to make. Like, we have to make these things. So anyways, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyways, we're getting into Amelia today. We are going to get into the most self-centered streamer ever, Pokimane, today as well. And rumor has it, Asmongold may have political aspirations. We'll get into that a little bit later as well. So we got a little.
Can you imagine? Kirsha would be like, "My husband is gonna become president."
Kirsha's the first lady.
Yeah, first lady Kirsha. Like, come on, man, she's gonna die.
Love it. And we do have a interesting report about social media causing physical illnesses as well. We'll see if we have time to get into all that. But first, I'd like to remind you guys that we are supported by you over on the show. And the best place to support us is over at Side Scrollers Plus, because you can watch all sorts of fun content that we produce over there in addition to Side Scrollers that doesn't necessarily fit on the channel, but fits with what we have going on over here. Including, we had the always fun, we had the Mount Your Friends event just a couple weeks ago. And coming up this Thursday, Leaflet, I don't know if you saw this. I posted a documentary about my trip to Greenland. And my former business partner copyrighted it. Did you see this post over on X I had?
I did not see it.
Yeah, so it was when I was working with another brand, and my former business partner copyright claimed the post over on X, which was like super duper petty. So with that said, on Thursday I'll be doing an entire live stream of that event, of that documentary, that you can see my fully transformative and fair use reaction live stream on Thursday, and that'll be available pretty much everywhere except for YouTube. And the reason why it says $53.11 is because that is the total amount of money that he admittedly said he made from that documentary when it was since it's been posted 6 years ago. So I have set up a custom $53.11 alert, which will go off every single time somebody donates that amount. And when they do that, we'll have to rewind 10 minutes in the documentary. So it could turn into like this marathon thing. So we'll see how that goes. Should be super fun. That'll be this Thursday. Looking forward to everybody being a part of that. It's going to be good. And you can find it over on Plus and over on Rumble and everywhere else. But we encourage you guys to find it over on Plus as well. All right. We got that. We got the commentary for the Greenland doc. And, oh, yes, today we have our side scroller showdown today. We started this. We brought this back yesterday. Usually we'd have fancy graphics and stuff, but instead we have a thumbnail that I used yesterday for my stream. Today's side scrollers showdown is very simply, which is the bigger failure? Highguard or Concord? Which one is it? And you can find out. We'll be tracking that on the back end. Due to your super chats and direct donations and all that stuff, we'll just put it in your super chat. We'll put it there, or your direct donation, say Concord or Highguard, and we'll kind of go from there. It'll be good. And we'll tally it all up. And by the end of the show, you will be the ultimate decider in the annals of history when we look back and decide which is the bigger failure. And by the way, I think Concord may be the biggest video game failure of all time. So, anyways, we'll see how that goes. All right. Let's get into it, friends. We have a lot to get into today, and we are going to be getting into Today in Gaming History at the tail end of the show. But first, Cthulhu came in with the 10. Says, Mahong, normal men. Best slime and oh hey blabs. Did you guys hear about Germany's version of Amelia? Oh, no, I did not. Smash JT did a video on it, and ramen lasagna was a hit. Let's go, Cthulhu. No, I've not heard about Germany's Amelia. Have you heard about this leaflet?
I have actually. Some other countries are trying to do like their own version of Amelia, just like a patriotic like waifu character. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I need to we'll do a little digging on this. 16-bit dude, thanks so much for being a member for 7 months. C. Thomas Peasant came in with a 5. Says, so much ice where I'm at, to the point to where Karens are screaming at the snow. Well, down here in Texas, it's we should be getting out of the ice situation here, at least from a weather perspective. Plenty of ice still around, doing what they need to do to keep us safe and secure over here. By the way, Montez goal is up over on the chat. I realized that's my job. I didn't do it today. Sorry. And Dr. Kato Dragon says, when I saw the thumbnail, I think that it be the day Leaflet admits she's a simp for Asmongold since that awesome song she made. Also, today is my birthday. Well, congratulations, Dr.
Happy
Kato.
birthday! Hope you have
Happy
a great day.
birthday!
Let's go. So yeah, are you an Asmongold simp?
I don't know about simp. Like I like Asmongold stuff, obviously, but I'm not really interested in like a romantic thing, if that's what people are thinking.
Oh, okay. I think that's exactly what people are thinking. Arma says, have a wonderful week, everyone. Yesterday's topics were deep. For my protest for me, protests are right, but riots and intimidation endanger everyone. Civilized protest builds change. Chaos brings consequences. People seem to be endangering themselves on a whim. Thank you, Armis. Appreciate that. I don't disagree. And he also says, since it wasn't read yesterday, real quick, Blabs, amazing game picks. Dragon Warrior 2 is classic JRPG history. Mass Effect 2 is the best sci-fi RPG sequel, and Tekken 8 is modern fighting perfection. You get a gold star for me. I'm proud. A+ by all.
Thanks.
Well, we'll see how she fares today. And I'm sorry I butchered that yesterday. I started it, but I didn't actually finish it. Shane O'Mac, thanks so much for becoming a member for 23 months. It's almost 2 years. Says Blabs is gangster. Craig, put your hood up, fool.
Well, here's the reason, guys. I didn't want to deal with my hair today. It's very frizzy. And I looked really stupid wearing a bucket hat, so I decided to just put my hood up.
What, you just came to the realization
No.
today?
I love my bucket hats, but it just didn't match the outfit today. So I was like, you know what? I'll put the hood up, and if I ever want to take it down during the show, I can. So that's really it. Okay. I'm just dealing with the frizz today. That's all.
Okay, thank you. Usagi Kempo gifted a sub over on Twitch. Thank you very much to Big Mike. Let's go. It's good to see you, Big Mike.
What's up, Big Mike?
Lich came in, says Concord is rice, Highguard is bananas. Is that 5 for each, you think?
Yeah, I don't know.
Which one is better?
Do?
Lich, I'm putting 5 for each.
Oh, you did that. I was like, wait a second, they're already in there.
That's me. Guy says Leaf makes great content everywhere she goes. She's a masterful content creator, isn't she? Just wonderful.
Thank you again.
And Sigrun says, if Leaflet admitting to liking Asmongold like that, she needs to throw hands with Foxu, and we all know the Bostonian will win that fight.
I'm all about friends, okay? I'm not touching anything that friends want. You know what I mean?
Kirsha's a girl's girl. And so is Leaflet.
That's right. All right, man. Listen, I got to be honest. I would love to see that fight. That'd be really fun to see. Just a Leaflet versus Kirsha fight. The claw scratching that would take place from
but
Kirsha's
Leaflet also
fingernails.
has guns, so I really don't think it'd be a big fight.
True. Point. Yes. All right.
Guns too.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think that was public.
Didn't she get? Am I?
I don't know. I didn't know she had guns.
I thought they gifted her one.
Oh, Chad says she's got guns. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm like, oh, Leaflet out here just outing Kirsha.
Well, I mean, listen, it's a good thing.
It's a free country. She can have whatever guns she wants.
That's
It's
right.
a cute gun. I want that gun.
Strap yourself, fool. You know, I think it's important. All right, let us strap ourselves as we dig into all the insanity. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News.
Hard news.
All right. Listen, the last 24 hours in the gaming space has been absolute cinema to watch. During our show yesterday, Highguard was released. Now, a quick
An hour
background.
late.
What's that?
An hour late.
Yes. What was it? An hour late?
Well, it kept telling me that it was going to release within the hour, and that was noon Eastern, and it didn't until about 1:30 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, so we know the background. We got a lot to say about Highguard here.
Oh, yeah.
Lots to say about this game. We know the background. It was the final game announced at the Game Awards this year. Jeff Keighley has been hyping it up like crazy. He says he wasn't paid to promote it. I personally feel that he has some sort of deal with the devs on the back end of things. It's supposedly some nice handshake, haha, we're best buddies type thing. But so no, I didn't get any money for this. And once again, if I said this yesterday, if I'm a developer who did pay to get promotion on the Game Awards, I'd be pissed at Jeff Keighley for him handing over that coveted spot at the end of the show. That's just me personally, but whatever. So the game is released yesterday, and literally during our show, I think we saw the all-time peak of Highguard. And I foolishly said on the show, oh, I think it'll hit 150,000 players because it'll peak at night. It'll peak in the evening. People will get home. They'll start playing it. And I have never seen what happened with Highguard happen in such a short amount of time, where during our show, there was like 92,000, 97,000 people that were playing it. And I was like, it'll definitely continue. And it did the exact opposite of that, where it just cradled, as you see over here, Blabs. Blabs' post yesterday started at 93,000.
Actually, no, this was this morning. I checked it.
Well, even right now, it has
Yeah.
16,000, almost 17,000
That's
people
so
on
bad.
it. Yes, this is a free-to-play game that was released, and all three of us spent time playing this game yesterday. Leaf, how long did you play Highguard yesterday?
I played, I believe, 2 games and the tutorial. And you have to understand, I'm a PvP gamer. That's my thing. I play
Yeah.
PvP games. Yeah.
So real quick, I said cradled. I meant cratered. I'm good at talking about stuff. Yeah,
They
listen, whatever.
cradled.
I cradled it to its death.
Concord
Anyways.
2.0.
Listen, yes, this game has cratered in players and viewership. The appetite for Highguard is non-existent. So you played 2 games of this Leaflet. Blabs, you played yesterday. I played for 90 minutes last night with Melee Games, the greatness that is. We played last night, and I'll tell you, we'll get to our thoughts here in a second, because I think we all feel we feel like everybody else does. But the traditional games journalist feels the exact opposite here. As Smash has pointed out here, this is from PC Gamer. It said, Highguard is fine when you don't have the internet in your ear telling you it's nasty. It's well made, but I don't see Highguard becoming a habit. So there's that right here. We saw Polygon retweeted by Jeff Keighley with crazy eyes saying, Highguard isn't DOA. In fact, after 4 hours, I'm convinced it's one of the best shooters of the year. Huh. Amazing.
So in years, that's even bigger accolades.
Yeah, this is a big deal. Really big deal. So much so that when people got their hands on it, they were very anxious. There was a lot of talk about this game. So Jeff Keighley, one of the biggest promoters of this game, wanted to know. I mean, yes, for sure. He simply put out on X thoughts on Highguard so far.
I love this thread.
5 million views. Asmongold, bro. Savvy curious if he just invested in the studio. Were you paid in any way? Not just monetary. I mean, like, these are legitimate questions. Blabs, did you get
That's
promoted?
illegal, by the way.
What's that?
It's illegal to not disclose you took money for promoting a game.
Well, you can take money as you have to disclose it. Yes, 100%. And he said, the verbiage that he used was very slippery. The idea of I did not take money to promote it at the Game Awards, right? But he never said he doesn't have
Afterwards.
some sort of vested interest or does something on the back end or something along those lines. It's crazy. But this entire thread is people just being like, I don't care if you're on the right, left, culture war, non-culture war, whatever. Everybody agrees this game is dog poo-poo, right? Nobody. This is great. The high dev, Highguard devs right
terrible.
now. Just drinking some Clorox. It's pretty bad here. So I played this game last night, 90 minutes with Melee Games, and I'm going to be honest. It was I put this out on X last night, and I said, this is the game that he's been promoting. Why I don't want to see myself here.
What is that? There we go.
It says, I just played 90 minutes of Highguard, and I'm coming off emotion when I tweet this out, but this is how I feel. I'm convinced, like absolutely more convinced, that the only reason Jeff is promoting the game is because he's getting a percentage of the revenue. And people are like, well, it's a free-to-play game. I was like, so is Apex, and it made $17 billion last year. Like, free-to-play games, that's the model that's the monetization model. You get players in, and then you charge them for packs. That's how this works.
If you looked at their store is fully decked out. Like, you can buy so much shit in that store. Like, they are ready to roll.
Yeah. I said, it's the most bland, generic game with a gun I've ever played and will be dead in a week. And
curious to see how it'll be on the weekend.
Oh,
if anyone even goes and plays on a weekend, because we're only Tuesday.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about the tutorial? That was the weird one to me, because it was like a forced tutorial, but it didn't really tell you anything.
Okay. I have a lot to say about that. So I played the tutorial. And the two people I was with did not play the tutorial, and we could not do a lobby or anything until they played the tutorial, which I think is so stupid. It's hand-holding, and again, the tutorial, like you just said, Leaflet, it doesn't actually explain fuck all to you. So when we got into the game, we were like, wait a minute, what are we supposed to be doing here? It was terrible. Like, it was very easy, the tutorial. Easy to follow, pretty simple, very much like Apex Legends meets other FPS games or whatever combined. Easy peasy. You get into the game, and I'm like, what the fuck do I do?
It's like click left click to shoot, right click to ADS. It was like all that stuff. Forced to do it.
Oh, the mining was so bad too. I'm like, why the fuck do I want to mine? Like, this isn't Minecraft. Why am I mining? And it was just the most retarded way to mine too. It's like press B, hold.
It really feels like some sort of design by committee game, or it just doesn't really have a cohesive
no objectives.
Direction. Basically, is what it feels like to me.
No. Like, and the thing is, I feel like this game could have had potential. Because it could have, but it just completely gone in the whole wrong direction. And I was one of the people who was like, you know what? I'm going to try this. I'm actually kind of excited to try it. And it was shit. Like, you would expect it to be somewhat good because Apex Legends guys worked on it, right? But even the similar mechanisms that were in Apex aren't even in this game well. So, for example, you can climb in Apex, right? For a couple of, like, feet or whatever. In this game, it's so slow. It's awful. It's like reversed and progressive for gameplay. It's like, oh god, it was so frustrating. Not to mention it was fucking up my OBS. It kept crashing my live streams almost. Like, oh, it was all shit.
Okay, so can I tell
that
you
happened to me too.
can I tell you the odyssey that it took for me to actually play
Yes,
this
I'm
game
curious.
yesterday?
What the hell happened with you?
Okay, so at the end of the show yesterday, I'm like, Kay, do you need some? Would you like to play tonight? And it's like, yeah, okay, we're gonna play. So I then go download this game for Steam on my PC. Upon trying to start said game, I'm getting an error message that will not let me play. And I'm doing all sorts. I spent like an hour trying to figure out how to correct this error message here. The error message read, and it has to do with my PC. It said, error, secure boot disabled. Please enable and restart the game. So I'm going through my PC trying to figure out how to
BIOS or some shit.
Yeah, I had to go into like it was silly, right? Regardless, and then I'm talking to Kay, and she's like, "Look, it's met like I can't even get this thing working. It has all sorts of issues with OBS." So I was like, "Listen, I said that I'm gonna play Highguard with Melee Games. I'm gonna play Highguard with Melee Games." Blabs.
Oh, bye. We'll never know. Did you buy a new PC?
I went out and bought a PlayStation 5 so I can go play Highguard.
That's hilarious.
I got in my car, I drove on the ice, risked my life to go play
you risked your
Highguard
life
with
to
Melee
be a
Games.
Sony pony. Oh, bye, Leaf Flip.
She'll come back. So yes, I went out and bought a PlayStation 5 so I could play with them. And then as soon as I was done, Blabs, guess what I did?
You return it?
I factory reset this PlayStation 5,
And
I'll be returning it later today.
Oh my god. Where did you go to buy it? Did you go like Best Buy, did you say?
Went to Target.
Oh, Target, okay.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
hilarious.
And I will be returning it right there. So I literally risked my life to play Highguard
Oh
with
my
them
gosh.
yesterday. And it was the worst. It was the worst. I hated everything about it. You know who put this really, really well? Oh no, it's Alex over
Yep.
on X. He said, "This is like the worst aspects of every FPS game over the last 15 years, all rolled into one."
Yep.
Pretty good.
Agreed. No,
Pretty
like
good.
even the music is okay. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's just there. The colors, you would think they'd be improved from Apex Legends and other games, and it's not. It's like dull almost. The map's way too big, and it's supposed to be 3 players per team, so it's 6 people in a map, and it's massive. Why the fuck is it so huge? There's only 6 of you in the entire game. I could go on, but honestly, it's disappointing. And I was like, hey man, this could be cool. Like, I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater when it comes to these stuff. Like, I'll try it out. But also, did you guys notice one of the characters named Una is supposedly a female but has a male body? Did you notice that?
I thought
So
she was
the-
just a buff woman.
Yeah, no, so here's the thing. I didn't read the description. I didn't realize it was a she. Like, they literally call her she, right? Like, she does this. I thought it was a dude. And then when you go and click on the character, there's 3 skins, right? The first one's unlocked, but the third one has boob plate armor. And I'm like, why the fuck does this dude have boob plate armor? And it's because it's a she, but it's a dude's body. Huge buff guy, buff legs, and I'm just having a meltdown on stream last night. I was like, why the fuck is this a she? This is clearly a dude. I thought it was a dude until you see she, that, you know, that's the pronouns. There is no actual pronouns, right? There's not like hyphens or backspaces. It's just she is like, does this and all that, but she talks like a female. But yeah, Una is a girl, guys. What the fuck?
All right. I didn't pay that much. And that's the other thing, is like the characters are pretty forgettable. There's not a
Yeah,
whole
well, they're
lot
not original.
Yeah.
They basically like rip off some Apex Legends and apparently even Overwatch, which I've never played, so I can't comment. But like, that's what I'm hearing. The guys were saying there was like Overwatch skins. One of the characters reminded me of like Bangalore from Apex. It was just yeah.
They're also hard to understand. Like the support character like uses like
Yes.
evil dark magic, which is like it's hard to understand it. Like the whole game is confusing.
There you go. Look at that. That's supposed to be Una. Now that's the boob armor skin.
Well, Una does have some very broad shoulders for a
Exactly.
lady.
And you should see the legs. Like, holy shit.
Well, she's just a buff lady. I don't know. For me,
Dude, that is so buff.
this is pretty buff. Yeah. Yes, it was when people talk about like games being slop. And I hate that there are people who spent years of their life on this, but the reality is that it's just not good. It's just not fun. That's That's just it. And we saw immediately the Steam reviews of this just tank, right? And there was an
I'm
initial
one of
reaction.
them.
Oh yeah.
I put a negative Steam review.
Well, look, Paul Tossi, everyone's favorite video game journalist from Forbes, said, "Hey man, Steam should probably just lock reviews. So you have to post them, say, longer than 10 minutes after launch." Not to say it's going to be some huge positive swing, but come on right here. To which friend of the show, Mark the Cyborg, says, or they can just post the reviewer's playtime so the reader has the necessary context. Oh, wait, they do.
Yep.
That's right.
It doesn't really matter if the game if the game gets review bombed, but the game's actually good. Word of mouth wins out in the end, and everyone will play it.
I think Legendary Drops said this exactly what needed to be said here. He said, "Game developers, please, for F's sake, learn from this. This isn't a hate campaign. It's not a culture war. It's just not a good game. It wants to do so many things and ends up doing nothing here." And I think he nails this here. This has nothing to do with culture. It does nothing. It's not because people just want to hate it. It's the game's just not good. And that's the cold, hard facts when it comes to Highguard. And were they put on a pedestal? Yes, they were. Did they fall off? Miserably. And that's just the truth of the matter when it comes to it. So
I have a challenge for you.
Yes.
Because we couldn't even answer this last night. I was gaming with the guys and I asked, can you name 3 good things that came out of this video game? Like 3 positive things. Just can you try that? And the only answer we could come up with is that it turned on. The game booted up and loaded. Like, way to go.
it did, it did load, yes.
One thing though, like as a game developer, that very last line I think really stood out to me in that post was that it tries to do everything and does nothing.
Yeah.
Like it's actually so perfect because I feel the exact same way. I said the same thing when I played too. Is that it doesn't know what it is. The game. It's like has no identity. It's like trying to do so much stuff that its gameplay isn't really cohesive. It doesn't make sense.
Well,
yeah, there's no
I'll tell you
clear
what.
objectives in the first part. It's just terrible. But I have a question for you guys. When you were playing, did you guys experience the glitch where you couldn't ready up unless you swap modes and then went back to the 3v3 mode?
No, we got into our games pretty consistently. I know there were some
Yeah,
issues with that as far as loading up and getting in and
Yeah,
getting booted
that
and
was kept
stuff.
happening to me.
Yeah,
Because
we got in.
I was the host, right? So I was trying to do 3v3 ready up go, and it was completely grayed out. So I'd have to like change the mode, go back in, change the mode again to 3v3, and then it would let me ready up. It kept happening every single time. So it's like these little things like that where it's like, this should not happen. This should be something not on launch.
Well, yes, you're right. That shouldn't be happening. But I understand the idea of servers being overwhelmed initially.
yeah.
They're certainly not anymore.
No.
But what's interesting, though, is the amount of cope and coverage that is being thrown out there by the traditional mainstream media. And for this, we go to the former. This is the site that was run by former Kotaku folks. Remember Aftermath? Like nobody knows this website. It's just like a generic video game website run by former Kotaku people. Aftermath.site says Highguard is yet another symptom and victim of a rapidly decaying internet here. Now, this is amazing here. They went in here, and what you need to know about this is, here you go, in an online ecosystem ruled by cynics, clip farmers, and rage baiters, and built by those who seek to profit off them, Highguard never stood a chance of having a normal launch here. Now, it's important that you pay attention to the time of this, right? This was around 7 o'clock yesterday evening, and they actually go in and they talk about the process of this. They actually go into the idea of Jeff Keighley promoting this. We've known Jeff for a long time. He said, let me do something, right? Blah, blah, blah. So they rushed together a trailer, put it out there, and then guess what? The game is released. They're looking to do a shadow drop a la Apex Legends, but that obviously the game got out because of the Game Awards. And then here it is right here. Highguard got hit even harder than they otherwise might have due to the fact that at least in games, December continues the dead of winter, and there wasn't really a next thing for cynical, opportunistic content creators to monkey bar over to. So one video became 2, then 3, then 4, and look who they have here, right here. Lent itself perfectly to slop tubers' regular stream of videos approach here. They have our friend Vera Dark.
Shout out Vera.
Good to see you, Vera. Let's go. What's interesting about this idea that the idea of calling Vera a slop tuber, or anybody who talks about this stuff, is you could take that exact same phrase of slop tuber and put slop in front of news reporter or whatever you want, because the idea that all Vera's doing is giving her opinion on these things and a regular stream of videos approach. Well, you mean like a regular story approach that you have to produce for your website, like Aftermath over here? And they obviously draw comparisons to Concord here. This is some of these phrases here are great. But right-wing slop tubers have repeatedly harnessed this energy to feed their endless culture wars, claiming that diversity is the reason these games fail. More than that, they want them to fail. They approach Blabs. Did you want this game to fail? I believe that was the exact opposite.
I was one of the few people who was like, "Hey, I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna be unbiased going in there. Let's give it a go."
That's right. All this fits the narrative that even with hundreds of thousands or millions of followers, they are the brave little guy speaking truth to power amid an industry of shill-happy journalists and agenda-pushing developers. Well, what's amazing about this is that this article here does nothing to combat the idea that they are not an industry shill-happy journalist here. This article speaks exactly what everybody thinks. It is they are truly shilling for this game and the industry here.
Let me ask the obvious question here.
Yes.
Do any of your friends actually read games journalists for any sort of opinion on a game? Everyone I know watches videos when it comes to it. They want to see a content creator reaction. They want to know what they have to say. The only time anyone reads gaming journalist articles is when they want to be mad. Basically, that's it. When they want to read it just to be like, these freaking game journalists, they're so full of shit. That's like the only reason anyone reads them. Nobody reads it for a real opinion.
You're 100% right. You're 100% right. And here's the reality about Nathan Grayson, who is the co-owner of Aftermath, who wrote this article, right? This is the guy. Here's the reality, is that if Nathan Grayson was truly talented, he would have a YouTube channel to talk about these things, because he knows his business, the business of written word, is gone. And the only reason we look at aftermath.site is because we laugh at the idiocy of the things that are thrown out there, because they know that if they had a YouTube channel, him knew that they had that they created a YouTube channel, he would be out of business immediately because nobody would watch his trash. And if I've ever seen a disconnect, like we talk about the disconnect between the people who write about games and the people who play games, it's referenced in this, the idea of the normal gamer, the normal man in here. It's referenced in this article. This is a great example of they have friends, they have an opinion, they try to funnel it into this article. And once again, going back to the time of this release, this was at 7 o'clock tonight. This is 7 o'clock, remembering that this is the exact time when this game started to crater yesterday as far as the player base on it. Yesterday at 7 o'clock, right here. So it peaked at 97,000 at, what's that? That's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, my time. So at 7 o'clock by this evening, right there, it was still at 37,000. It had cratered when it should have done the exact opposite. So yes, Nathan, an Aftermath site, we do have issues. And it's not that we wanted the game to fail. It's that we played the game. We gave it a chance. And why do I need to invest more than 90 minutes and $500 on a PlayStation 5 to tell you the game sucks? Sorry, that's the truth.
If the game was good, everyone would be playing it right now.
Yep.
That's just the fact. Everyone would be like, wow, this game's really good. Did you want to play it? People would get addicted. They'd play it one time, get addicted. You'd have people playing all the way into the night.
Yes. Yep. It would have done the exact opposite. I've never seen a game release and have such bad word of mouth that the people who played it ultimately saw the game collapse in real time over the span of like 5 or 6 hours. Like, people legitimately gave it a shot. There's a viral clip of I think it was Tim the Tap Man playing with a random. Did you see this clip of?
Didn't he get bullied or something like that?
Well, Tim the Tap Man and I think Ninja were playing this with a rando on a game right here. This is this is it. This is the post right here where this guy, he's just a random guy that they're playing with, and listen to his response here. This is one game in. It's a little low.
Hey guys, I'm sorry. This game is very, very boring.
The guy goes, "I'm sorry, this game is very, very boring." Right? Yep. They're one game in, and it's like, you know.
I even have some interesting statistics here for you guys. So, okay,
please.
you guys remember Expedition 33, the biggest game of 2025? It launched April 2025. Right now on Steam, there are 15,000 people playing it still, almost a year after launch. Right now on Steam, Highguard has 17,000 people playing it. So it's shit. If people like the game, they'll continue and keep playing it. That's the point. No one's going to play this.
Well, the game is playable, to be honest. Like, the game is playable, but the field, there's so many good games right now. Marvel Rivals, you've got Arc Raiders. There's so many good games that it's like, why would I? A lot of people are like, well, you know, am I having more fun playing this, or am I having more fun playing Arc Raiders? So then they go back to Arc Raiders. That's basically what's happening.
And that's what it comes down to. Is the game good enough to pull you from what you're already playing?
Yes.
And the reality is, it's not.
Craig, guess how many people are playing Apex Legends on Steam right now?
50,000.
76,000.
Wow.
That game came out on Steam in 2020.
There you go, right? That's all you need to know. And look, I know that they're an indie studio, a well-funded indie studio, and it's their first foray. Game's dead. Like, there's nothing they can do to win back the audience. I mean, the game's already free, right? Let's just say hypothetically, of the 17,000 players that they have playing it right now, let's just say they have a 10% buy rate, where 10% of their players are buying the stuff. They sell 1,700 things at $10 a pop. Let's just be generous here. Making what, $17,000? You know, like, that's not enough to keep a studio like that afloat. You know, it doesn't make sense. And I honestly, the reality is it's just not good. So you can say, hey, they don't want it to fail. No. We want all games to be successful, except for the ones that push trash. This game did not push trash. It just was not good. It didn't push any buttons to keep people playing. That's the issue with it. So
yeah, you'll notice that the criticism, there's besides the Una chick being totally like disproportionate, I didn't see any DEI really in that game. I didn't. Yeah. And you don't even see any criticism about that, because that's not what people are criticizing. They're actually criticizing the gameplay itself.
Yes.
But the journalists don't understand that.
No. They are so blinded by their ideology, by their narrative, that they can't get out of the way of it.
Nope.
100%.
If they have the technical skill for it, they should double the lobby size, because it would make it a lot more distinct as a game, and it would fit the kind of war siege feeling to it.
Yeah.
Add a little bit more like very clear POI for people to fight over, that you can't fight over, like, that you have to split your force to like fight over like multiples with them. And I think that'd be way more interesting than how it is right now. It just doesn't make sense. Like, it's a big, the game's theme is it's a big like battlefield, like war thing where you're getting siege engines and you're like trying to crack the opponent's base, but then it's like 3v3. So it just feels empty. It's so weird. But I just don't understand. Like it'd be like, imagine if you played Battlefield, but it had like 3 people on it.
Yeah.
Like, it makes no sense.
The idea that you have, like, you're protecting your fort or whatever it's called, right? You can pick your fort that you're going to protect, blah, 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 right? Awesome. But there's more doors than there are people. There's more rooms than there are people. There's almost more bombs than there are people, right? So yes, I think and maybe that's the biggest issue with the game, is that it is only 3v3, right? If you were to reduce the size of everything 50%, or expand the size of the teams by 300%, make it 99 or 12v12, that makes sense. Then the game, I think, has some more legs. but it does not. It does
I
not.
wonder if it's
So-
possible. I wonder if it has the technical capability of actually scaling. It's hard
You
to say.
know, yeah, that's a good question. I'm curious. By the way, Highguard on IGN. Curious what your thoughts are. What do you think IGN gave Highguard?
8.
A 7? Don't they love 7?
7 is kind of the thing. I'm looking on their review style on their thing right now.
Did they
It doesn't
even
look like
review it,
actually-
or are they just selectively not doing it yet?
Yeah, it's just like what it is so far. Okay, they haven't given it a score. So, okay.
That's
go.
wild. They're probably like, oh, we don't want to piss off Jeff. Yeah, IGN rating, NR, rate game, not available, 8 ratings, 3.4.
Yeah.
That's so funny. They don't want to do it yet.
Yep.
They don't want to piss off Daddy Jeff.
But once again, like, what do you really need to know? If you play the game for 90 minutes, you know pretty much everything you need to know about the game. It's the same thing over and over again. I don't need to play the game for 10 hours to know that it's boring. Sorry. That's just the reality of it.
Also, like, it just felt weird to play. Like, there, like, you'd be defending the siege, and all of a sudden it's like they disable respawns, and I just don't like. It wasn't really clear to me like what was happening. It was like all of a sudden, like we'd win a fight, and then the enemy team would respawn really fast, and then we would lose a fight, and then it was over basically. And now you're getting siege. It's like what the. I mean, like,
Yeah,
it didn't make
well,
any sense.
Yeah. And I think that was also the branding of it of this is, I specifically heard them say, this is a new game mode type. And it's like, well, I'm sure somebody's thought of this game mode before, but they realized it wasn't good. So they didn't make an entire game around it. You know, whatever.
News not always good.
Hey, Frenchie came in with a $49.99 super chat. Hold on, Blabs, on this. Says, it's my birthday today, and wish a happy birthday to the sick boy Phoenix. Hey, Frenchie, happy birthday to you. I saw a lot of people already wishing you happy birthday in the chat. That is great to see. Happy birthday to you, my dude. And because of that, we have DB Wild over on X posted this. This is nice.
It's adorable.
We'll celebrate with this. Today on Side Scrollers, we got Craig hanging out with Blabs and Leaflet with Panda Sub off sick. Get better. Can't be spending your birthday sick. So I made a quick little double frolic. So we got a little double frolic here from DB Wild. Look at this. Look at you guys frolicking. In
It's
the meadows
adorable.
with giant
Really good,
flowers.
actually. Yeah. The character consistency. Look at that. It kept the design,
Yeah.
even with the spin.
Even the hands are still good.
That's awesome. All right, very good. Frenchie, thank you so much. Let's get you on the wall, my dude. And Blaz, why don't you read off a few of these starting at the top and we'll work our way down.
Okie dokies. Let's see. Okay, that one didn't clear out. Love it, StreamYards. All right. Jag for 10 says, what about the frolic with the American flag? We don't have one, do we, of Leaflet? Not yet. Poor Craig, he's stuck over there. Okay, Don says, y'all seen that Somalians in Minnesota closing down all their businesses after funding and the fraud cases popped up?
Well, it's amazing how that works out, isn't it?
Hemlock for 10 says, thought she had been given a vector at one point.
Kirsha.
Magic for 2 says, don't worry, Leaf. Asmon said he has a clean sausage.
Oh.
Hey, my. Peasant says, Craig cradling the cratered creation must be leering much. Try saying that, Craig. Go on.
Craig cradling the created creation.
All right. I wanted to see if you could do it. Well
I'm
done.
actually pretty good at alliterations. It's the rest
Can you
of
spell
talking.
alliteration?
Alliteration.
So that's not spelling, that's pronunciation.
I'm pretty good at it.
All right. Hemlock for 10 says, Grok, make Craig hit Highguard with a rolling death cradle.
All right.
Victus for $9.99 says, Jeff was hedging his bets with that Hammond quote in his tweet. Either he'd be right and folks would owe him an apology, or it'd line up with the film and end in tragedy. Yeah, that's ironic, isn't it, that he used a Jurassic Park tweet? Mika says, question for Leaflet. What UMA should I career today?
Nice nature or fine motion.
Okay, Soul Silver says, Geoff Keighley should stick to promoting and Wuthering Waves and his boyfriend Kojima's games rather than Concord 2, Highguard. Can we just call it High Tard? That's what I've been doing. High Tard.
Sure, why not?
Dirt is King for 10 says Concord sunk millions of dollars. Amelia posts are growing in numbers. From non-Brit prawns artists to AI posters and VTubers to actual commentators like Poe the Person, British YouTuber, the world is with you.
Thank you, Dr. T.
Silo says the American comic book industry destroyed itself and shunned the audience that pick up their comics on Wednesday. One comic book can't save an industry. Yeah, we actually have that in the run sheet today. Marty, for an essay, says, while a war between the two is unrealistic since our adorable slime more of a master DE baiter, does she have her guild and growing mastery of AI? While Foxio has her army of Korshes, enough gamer subs to put a rhino in a coma and the power of Munya. Meanwhile, Asmon would be on a podium wearing a crown asking, what the fuck is going on? Why am I here? Mahong. Well, thank you for that description.
Let's get our tens and over, and we'll get the rest later.
All right. Anthony for 10 says, us honorable chatters got Kirsha a Kirsha-themed Chris Vector for, I believe, for her birthday, so it is no secret she is strapped. Her explanation to the FFL was funny. Also, which Gaminas lost more money?
Okay, hold on. Listen, it's very clear that the Concord versus Highguard side-scroller showdown today is not what people want to talk about. It's clearly Kirsha versus Leaflet. That's clearly what it is.
No, we're changing it.
So it is being changed on the fly right now. Sorry, I'm changing it as we go. Kirsha versus Leaflet. Who would win in a fight? That's clearly what people are curious about. We will nuke everything. That's clearly what we got. Kirsha versus Leaflet in today's side scroller showdown. Excellent. John says, Craig, you got to play Astro Playroom and Astrobot first, then return it. I've heard really great things, obviously. Elsie came in and says, Craig, got to live stream this PS5 return session like you did with that Concord GameStop visit, as I recall. I don't think I'll be returning or I'll be live streaming it, but I will be returning it. Yes. Dan came in and says, I knew Highguard is going to be bad or just generic, whatever you call it. Wow, that's crazy seeing the Steam chart. That's why there's certain games I have no interest in playing. Stick to retro. Yes. Suna came in and says, you should see what Geoff promoted a few weeks ago for a character for Wuthering Waves and comparing the character design of High Ground. Pretty much tells me it's all about money. Guy in Hex says, slop, slop, slop. I can't stop ya. Thank you. Marmalin came in with just a teeny tiny little bit of Bitcoin, $10 with Bitcoin over on Rumble Wallet. Says, you know why I knew the game wasn't for me? 3v3 raids. That is not a raid game. Marmalin, thank you so much for the Rumble Wallet support. That is outstanding. Benjamin says, Craig, Nathan Grayson is one of the five guys burger. What? Nathan, are you serious? One of the 5 guys from 5 Guys Burgers and Fries for Gamergate? That's amazing. Wow. Boop. Blabs, that's a Gamergate reference there. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I understood that. I was looking him up. He's quite ugly.
Looney Lenny says, do we have Today in Gaming History? Yes, at the end of the show. We've moved to the end of the show. Epsilon Sama says, Nathan Grayson is one of the 5 guys who got the sloppy from Zoe Quinn, which started Gamergate. Dude is peak shill and can't wait to put the bags in the fries in the bag, bro. Oh, man, I'm learning so much. Math 7911 says, check Skyrim Special Edition. This is more current players. See if you can find that, Blabs. Dr. Mick says, Hightail shows the lies of the Highguard slop gobbling journalist. Both hyped. Both came out in the same time. Also, shout out Doki Bird trying to play for hours to hilariously stop the lava. Yes, it was not a good situation yesterday. Crowder and Louder says Concord failed tremendously. Highguard still is going $20 on Concord. By the way, you guys, Concord was the champion of the Side Scroller Showdown for that short amount of time. So, Hippie Tree Hugger says the market is oversaturated. It was never going to succeed. C. Thomas Peasant says, I'm willing to bet that Helldivers 2 is going better than Generic Guard. Yeah.
Actually, let's find out, shall we? I'm curious.
Yeah, check it out.
Helldivers 2.
Guy says, Leaf is attractive, by the way. Leaf, your character is attractive.
Look, you made her blush. She ran off camera.
Just ran off screen. That's good.
Anyway, Helldivers 2 has 43,000 people in-game. And somebody was asking about, I believe, the Skyrim Special Edition, which is the Elder Scrolls V, and that has 30,000 people in-game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Flying Nanook says, based on what I've seen, besides the Unreal Engine 5 BS, they need at least 6v6 battles with environmental enemies that guards points of interest for better gear and the siege sword. Thanks, Flying Nanook. Kraz came in with $2 for the Bitcoin. Says Craig Blabs, Miss Leaflet, FMK, Concord, Echo the Dolphin, Highguard. Ooh.
I don't like this. Why would you want to fuck a dolphin?
Yeah, that's a good point, Blabs. I mean, it does have that dorsal fin. I don't know.
What? Pivot.
Yeah.
Swipe.
Kraz, I'm sorry, we can't answer that question.
That's weird.
Awkward. Thank you. Harriet Tubman, Blabs.
All right, Harriet Tubman, gang for 10 says Blabs looking like she go in to play the lead of 8 Mile. She's slim tardy. Gang tubs out. Emote bathtub.
Thank you, Harriet Tubman. And Marmalin with 10 more Bitcoin monies. Says the PC Gamer article subtitled said it best in the subtitle, it's well made, but I don't see Highguard becoming a habit. For a live service game, that is a death sentence. 1,000%. Cthulhu says, I say Kirsha versus Leaflet and mud wrestling.
I would lose that for sure. If I can't use guns, it's over for me.
All right, we'll get to the rest of your Super Chats, direct donations, and Rumble rants throughout the duration of the show. Good news that we already had our first Montez goal today, Leaf. Isn't that great?
Yes.
That is great. Good news. So let's go. We did your request last time. So let's go ahead and do another one here. Blaz,
Sure.
you get to pick today.
I never get to pick. Wow.
Montez wins. Perfect.
You piece of shit.
I like that one.
You piece of shit, Craig. I was so excited to pick it, and he's like, nope. Dick.
Was that what happened?
Yeah,
that's
I didn't get to
exactly-
pick. Fuck off. He did that to me on purpose. I just see him laughing his ass off on
I
stage.
thought you pressed it, actually.
No, I didn't press the button. He did it.
No, that was me.
Fuck you. I want to press the buttons one day. Damn it.
Maybe next time.
Yeah,
All right. Montez number 2, perhaps today. Maybe. Let's go. New goal set up in the chat. Let's see if we can hit another Montez goal. Maybe Blabs will have an opportunity to press the button.
Yeah, probably
next time.
not. He'll probably just be like, nope, psych.
Psych. All right. Caleb says 10, both. Both is fine. All right, so we'll put 5 on each. 5 for Kirsha, 5 for Leaflet here. Oh, you got it, Blabs? Thank you for that. All right, that's good. Once again, the new side scroller showdown today is who would win in a fight, Kirsha versus Leaflet. We'll go no guns this time, Leaflet, just for the record.
It's over.
No
next
pew
time.
pew leaflet.
Over.
Next time we'll add guns to the fray. Okay, it'd be good.
How about swords? Do we get swords?
Yeah, okay. How about we'll build to guns? We'll build to it. Yes.
Okay, all right.
We'll go fisticuffs first, then we'll add swords next time, and then next time we'll add guns. Perhaps.
Okay.
Maybe like a ball and chain or
I
something.
did do kendo, so if swords were allowed, I think I'd have a chance, but not unarmed for sure.
I like it. All right, Leaflet. We have talked about Amelia quite a bit on the channel. In just a few short weeks, Amelia has gone from nothing to a viral sensation. And you have done a great job of capitalizing and showcasing that viral sensation with several Amelia videos. We've seen the memes, and you had a new season 1 opening to an Amelia, I guess, anime?
Yeah, I like to meme, you know. What can I say?
It's pretty impressive. Now this.
Did you see the stuff I put in it? Like the little what's the word? Direction in it?
Well, can I play the song? That's the big thing. I don't think
The
I
song
can.
is DMCA free. Yes.
Oh, is it? Okay. So let's go take a look here and take a listen. I'll tell you this. Bring that down a little
Oh,
bit.
never mind.
Yeah, here we go. So we'll just kind of talk over this as we watch here.
Yeah.
By the way, you are spectacular at this. I
Thank
don't know
you.
if you're storyboarding or whatever this is, but
Yes.
you are a AI prompt master. when it comes to these things.
A lot of
Really.
those ones were editing, actually. Like they're like two AI videos like on top of each other,
Mhm,
and I like
mhm.
did a green screen like overlay on it, keyed it out.
That's great stuff right
Mm.
there.
Mhm.
So this is a story of a young man meeting Amelia, and they came to fall in love with each other. It appears to be, yes.
It's more that she has always loved. So that whole bit at that part was basically she loved stories about like King Arthur, and then she got him to like it too.
Mm-hmm.
And so it starts with them as kids, and then she's reading the book, and he's playing with a sword, and then it ends with them visiting King Arthur's grave. That's what that part is.
Mm.
When they're adults, so they're older, basically. Mm-hmm.
Well, this is obviously popped off again, and Amelia has become this focus of folks where they see what Amelia stands for, loving your country, supporting your veterans, as a great thing. This is a really good thing here, and but not everybody agrees with that. I don't know if you've seen the blowback when it comes to Amelia, because Amelia has gone from an internet thing. Now the mainstream media has begun covering Amelia, and you have not seen this post yet.
Nope.
I don't believe.
Are they mad at me? I haven't seen it.
Well, they're not mad at you. They're mad at Amelia here. This comes from Leading Britain's Conversation, LBC here. This is Curtis. This is almost 700,000 followers over on X. I think it's important to just kind of see what they had to say about Amelia and how Amelia is framed, because it is so wonderful. Let's see what this old guy has to say.
Amelia is an AI purple-haired goth girl originally created for an anti-extremism computer game generated by the Home Office, but now an increasingly outspoken anti-Muslim flag-waving so-called English patriot. She has become very popular, and here she is in action.
I'm Amelia. I'm English, and I love England. I like having fish and chips and a pint at the local pub. I like pork sausage and dogs and fashion.
This character.
Okay, now all of those things.
Pork sausage.
Let's go back here real fast.
How racist?
Yes.
I'm Amelia, and I love England, right? I like having fish and chips and a pint at the local pub. I like pork, sausage, and dogs and fashion. Okay, so given all of those crazy things that she just said, loving her country and eating sausage and having fish and chips, let's see what this next guy has to say about this.
This character has essentially been taken over, and it's staggering that how quickly this has proliferated across the internet. The middle of last week, from nothing at the start of January, there were 12,000 posts involving this character in one day. The other thing that's perhaps most damning about this is Elon Musk himself has now retweeted an account which has created the cryptocurrency behind this particular meme. So you can now get an Amelia coin.
So there's that, but it's about to get even worse.
Because let's face it, right wingers need another cryptocurrency. But Elon Musk is now promoting that. And this is monetizing hate. This is one of the clearest examples we've ever had of somebody trying to make money out of right wing hatred. And okay, we get hatred from all sides on the internet, but this is very clear where this is coming from. And the AI account, for example, Andrew suggests is English. I'm of high confidence those videos did not originate in England. They were made outside of the country as disruptive tactics through deep fakes and other technology.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe if the United Kingdom wasn't censoring their people, there'd be more memes coming out of the United Kingdom.
So I think it's really important to let you know how this is framed. He says
Sausages are racist.
This is hatred. Okay? What did Amelia say? I love England. I like having fish and chips at the local pub. I like pork sausages, dogs, and fashion. She's all Amelia through this AI generated stuff is just saying what she likes. And this guy is twisting it and saying and turning that into hate. And I think that tells you everything you need to know about that dude's worldview here. Your thoughts on that leaflet?
Well, yeah, I mean they hate it. They want to, like, as much as you want to talk about how they don't want to replace people, it's like everything they do seems like it. Like, it's so basic to actually, everybody should love where they come from. I don't care where, by the way. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a white country. It doesn't matter if it's an Asian country. It doesn't matter if it's Middle Eastern. You should love the land and the culture in which you came from, unless you don't like it. And then if you don't like it, then you fight against it, obviously, right? But there's nothing wrong with a person saying that they're proud of where they're from. They're proud of their heritage. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, apparently there is. There's a tremendous issue with that, saying that you love England over here. That's extremely problematic. It's the same as somebody here in the United States being proud to be an American and all that. You know, it's
What is everyone else supposed to believe what is everyone else supposed to believe is the purpose of that?
of Amelia or
Of creating like a setup where you're not allowed to love your country. What's the purpose of that?
Oh, I have no idea. The
To
idea
destroy the country within and make it
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, I've kind of thought about this a bit, and really I think it's all about power, because I don't know how it is in like other countries, obviously like the UK, but like strictly like in America, every illegal that they have gives them more power.
Well, people have pointed out here, this person over on X, his name is Russian Garbage Human here. He says, he's repeating this guy, I'm of high confidence these videos did not originate in England. Brought to you by the same experts who said Brexit would ruin us, said the ice caps would melt by 2010, said COVID vaccines and lockdowns are unquestionable, to trust the science despite zero transparency here. I have a hard time listening to anything that these people have to say about any topic ever.
To add on to that, I also find it very hard to listen to somebody who looks like he's got very, very poor hygiene. Because it's like, well, if you can't even take care of yourself, why would I think you have a high IQ, you know?
Saying that guy doesn't have good hygiene?
He changed his mind.
Well, Amelia has spawned imitators now for the first time. We touched on this at the beginning of the show. Shout out to Smash GAT for signal boosting this. There's Amelia, and now, Leaf, there is Maria, the German version of Amelia. So this is from Basil the Great, or Basil the Great. All across Europe, patriots are taking their countries back. The EU, the globalists, the communists, your days are numbered. Would you like to see what Maria has to say?
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Hallo, ich bin Maria. Ich bin eine Deutsche und ich liebe Deutschland. Ich liebe Rouladen mit Klößen und dazu ein kühles Bier hier in unserer Dorfkneipe.
Just zooms in on her tits.
Ich
That's
bewundere
amazing.
die Werke von Goethe, Schiller, Thomas Mann und Immanuel Kant.
I love bratwurst, dogs, and fashion.
Ich liebe Bratwurst, Hunde und Mode.
Haram! 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 Haram!
Aber das hier, das brauchen wir mit Sicherheit nicht in unserem Land.
Wir sind stets gastfreundlich zu allen Menschen, aber das bedeutet nicht, dass wir bereit sind, kulturellen Selbstmord zu begehen.
Ich verstehe.
By the way, I appreciate that she's eating strudel, and the strudel is steaming hot, by the way.
Just like the coffee.
Yeah, that's right. The coffee is hot in the traditional German garb here. This is great. Hot, steaming hot cake. Anyways, I think it's great to see other countries kind of taking this over. Leaflet, do you think we'll see a lot of more imitators and different maybe an Italian version of Amelia?
Yeah, I mean, as long as people love their country, you'll have things like this. I think, you know, a lot of, obviously, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but the Germans obviously are a little bit jelly, so you know they made their own, and I think that's great. Like I really do.
I agree. I think this is great. Blabs, what do you think the Italian name of Amelia would be?
I don't know. Maybe like Rita.
We get super creative there, Blabs. I'm just
Arrivederci.
Hi, my name's Goodbye. That's what that means. Arrivederci means goodbye.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, maybe
Ciao
there's.
tutti, mi chiamo Arrivederci. Come va oggi? Like
I'm
what?
saying that there's something to that. You know, there's something to the idea of saying goodbye to all these people coming into your.
Arrivederci.
Right. Well, there we go. Bike Short says, Amelia created for hatred? Brother man, she came from your side of the pond. That man is full Riri. Thank you, Bike Shorts. Aiden says, I may be Mexican, but I love my country of birth. This is my home, and I don't care what anyone thinks. I'd rather wave stars and stripes. Well, then, Aiden, you are not Mexican. You are American.
Yep.
And this is going to piss people off, but I really don't care. I am really tired of the little what's the word? I guess the prefix in front of
like
American.
Black American.
I'm so tired of that.
Yeah,
I agree 100%.
Like, congratulations. You were born in the greatest country in the world and have more privilege and opportunity than anybody else. How about you own that instead of being, oh, I'm German American, I'm African American, I'm Mexican American. How about you just be American? Because, and if you migrate to America, then you are American. You go through the proper process. You are now American. Congratulations. You left for a reason. Leave it there.
I have people going like, so where are you from? Like if I meet someone in real life, like, where are you from? America. Like, okay, America.
Yeah, like what?
I'm American, right? Like that's.
Like I don't understand how anybody can see that as problematic at all. Like,
all you're doing is just furthering like divides, and you're making friction with all these hyphens, and you're not grouping people together anymore, which is what you're supposed to want to do. You want to unify everybody. Like, yeah, sure, we're all different, we all come from different places, but that was what making America great. We were a giant melting pot, right? No. Now we're
like,
all
let's
like,
make a melting pot, but let's put little dividers in it. You know, let's like pour it in there with like the little dividers already, so that all the bars come out like as single pieces.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
I'm so tired of it. So tired of the nonsense. It's crazy.
I agree.
Dr. T.S. King says, in the Kirsha versus Leaflet mud wrestling match, the winner is us, the audience. Kirsha, I think the champion in fisticuffs. Leaflet, I'm going to put, by the way, 50 on Kirsha here. I think the champion in fisticuffs. Leaflet has studied the blade, and then we will get a Marty Robbins song about the Texas slime and the Kirsha with a big iron. Dr. T.S. King, thank you so much. Kirsha, now in our battle between Kirsha and Leaflet, who would win in a fist fight? You guys are deciding that. There's now 50 for Kirsha right there. Dr. T, let's put you right there. Let's go. And I'll tell you what. Blaz, why don't you get a couple while I put Dr. T.S. King?
Well, you should wait for putting up on the wall, because Mecco Unknown for 50 also says, always love Leaf. Put him in the box was one of the best things I've seen. Cheers to normal man. I'm going to give 50 for Leaflet then right there. Boom.
Yep, there we go. Tied up.
You're tied up, suckers. All right, thank you very much. And I'm gonna do some frolicking here. We have some Amelia frolicking right there. There you go.
That's awesome.
There you go. Let me hide that. There you go. Now we owe another frolicking. So here's Leaflet. With some random music in the background. Thank you very, very much for that. Okay. Shitty Duelist. Yo, Leaflet. Any luck finding One Piece boosters? What's your collection valued at now?
It's probably a lot. I pulled like 8 Kumas. I don't know how much they're still worth, but yeah, I still have a couple boxes, actually. I haven't opened them yet.
Dude, I was making a card video this morning, so I feel you.
What cards?
Oh, Harry Potter.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, they came out with a card game, didn't they?
Wizards of the Coast made one in 2000, but it's long been retired because
there was
a new license.
Like a new one coming out that made a lot of people pissed. Like, that wasn't
yeah. It's not out yet though. But the card I was talking about is like over 20 years old. The company doesn't exist anymore and all that. But yeah. Well, holy shit! Hemlock just came in for 100 and says Leaflet.
What?
100 for Leaflet. I have no argument for Leaflet winning. I just want her to win. Holy shit! All right, prepare for them titties.
Thanks, guys.
Boop. Damn, bro. That's nuts. Thank you for the 100.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
let me make
insane.
sure I'm getting caught up.
We will need to keep track of the running total right here. Oh boy.
Yeah. Leaflet steamrolled.
Actually, stop for a second, as we do not have the notification on today.
Oh, we don't have Portal Phoenix.
We do not. Let me just say, it's time for Developers Blabs, as Shamsa has come in with $1,000. A direct donation says, it's cold at your place. Well, Shamsa, you're warming it up with the $1,000 direct donation. Get it going, Labs.
Developers.
Yes.
Shamsa with the incredibly rare gold up top.
Yeah.
Let's go, Shamsa. That's ridiculous.
We need crowns in the chat for Shamsa, please and thank you.
My goodness, unbelievable.
Oh my god. Chat, you guys are nuts. Miyuki for 100. Leaflet and Kirsch are super base. Glory to the USA. I'm just going to put 50 and 50. We're going to split it down for them. Split it.
Miyuki, wow.
Holy shit.
Holy moly.
Watch out for them titties.
Let's go. Everyone, cover your eyes.
Bonk you in the face.
I'm going to start doing some laps here, guys. Let's go. I'm going to put these on the wall.
Nice. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. And shout out Shamsa. All right. Steam-powered geekery for 10 says, in fisticuffs, Leaflet is going to lose. Sorry, but Kirsha's an Amazon among VTubers. All right. That's 10 for Kirsha. Thank you very much. Mamma mia, that'd be awesome to see. Tired of the balkanization. Thank you very much. Corona says, Maria didn't have Erica playing in the background. 0 on 10. Let me make sure I get all the 10s. Here we go. Marlon, it's a specific pork sausage because Muslims cannot eat pork. Muslims.
I understand. I get it.
I cannot eat pork. That is what they'll use as it's being specifically against Muslims. Also telling you that you can't criticize that religion. That's the first time I'm seeing that. That's brilliant.
Go ahead.
Gigasburg for 20 euros. Leaflet, I got pulled out of active reserve. Can you use your Chuny powers to cast a buff against frost attacks and blasting of no jamming for my G36?
Watch you have a G36. I want one. Those are cool guns.
AI Mancy, Warlock Animal Tamer like skill, 10 on 10 production.
Thank you.
War Turkey says, Leaflet, don't sell yourself short in a fist fight. Kirsha hates the feeling of things like a dog's tongue. This gives your slim from a psychological advantage. All right, Leaflet for 10 right there. Weird that Kirsha doesn't like dog tongues. But also understandable, because who really does? Anthony for 10 says, also Highguard is not a new game mode. The Planet Sides games did basically the same game mode over a decade ago with hundreds of players on the map at a time. I hope Powder, Leaf, Madam Savvy, and Kirsha can be on side scrollers for a day. It would be a great collab to see. Great AI gen content, by the way, Leaf.
Thank you.
King for 10 says, as much as Leaflet can do some kung fu fighting, but Kirsha has done some IRL street fighting. Not as much as Kirsha's mom. If it is a high noon duel, I think it's more of an even thing. Kirsha for the win, all right? That's 10 for Kirsha. All right, so right now, just so everyone understands in the chat, Kirsha is at 125, but Leaflet's at 215 right now.
Wow, Leaf, congratulations.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Tamamo sent an essay for 10. I gotta stand up for this one. Late on the stream and Leaflet, I don't think you'd be in more danger in the UK than in the US from the average person. Everyone I know that has seen your stuff thinks you are hilarious. The police, on the other hand, given that you are a VTuber, you might be safe. Either due to the nature of a VTuber or the incompetence of the police and government. Failing that, I bet our version of legal mindset, the black belt barista, would defend you and likely free of charge. Holy shit.
That's scary to deal with, though. The idea that you can go there and then they'll just like scoop you up, you know? Like you never know.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeti says, put me down on Leaf. Okay. She's got some slime physics on her side. And holy shit. Miyuki came back for 50, says, I'm going to have to give Leaflet a bit of a boost for making that masterpiece of Amelia the Rose of Albion. Albion? Did I say it right? I think so.
Yep.
Miyuki, you're
Damn,
going back
bro.
on the wall. And hold on, Blabs.
Oh, we got another frolic.
We have another developers as Shamsa just dropped. I don't know what we did. Another $1,000.
Developers, 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 developers. Developers, 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 developers. Yes!
Yes!
That's so generous, man.
Thank you, Shamsa. Crowns in the chat for Shamsa. And Shamsa doesn't like the boobs before people ask. That's why we're not playing the boobs. She
Yes.
gets developers.
Shamsa said, I like Amelia.
That's it? That's all she says?
That's it. That's all Queen Shamsa says over here. Unbelievable. Thank you so much for that. Lieutenant Sever, I mean, what do you say to that, Leaf? What do you say? You just go, thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, Shamsa. Woo, I hope you're enjoying all the anime.
Sever says, now, Craig, you neglected to show her saying she doesn't like Muslims screaming haram at her for what she likes. The problem is we have 8 generations of public indoctrination schools telling kids that they must love global socialism, not your country. Thank you, Sever. Yeah, it's a mess over there, to say the least. All right, so where are we at right now with our showdown between Kirsha and Leaflet?
All right, so, well, actually, I think there was one here. Here we go. One more. So Marmalade for 20 says, hey, blame YouTube. I tried typing it normally and Rumble wouldn't accept money from me, hence the BTC. So that's all on YouTube. Split Kirsha and Leaf, so 10 for each of them right now. Okay. So now we have Kirsha at 135 and Leaflet at 285.
Okay. Blabs, let's go and make a banner and just put that on the bottom of the screen. We'll do that. We'll just pop it up every once in a while.
Okay.
All right. Before we do that, we'll move on to our next story, and we'll get to all your super chats, recognitions, and Rumble rants throughout the duration of the show. Blabs, good news. We are closing in on another Montez, which
that I won't be able to pick.
We'll see. Maybe I'll give it to
Press
Leaf.
X to doubt.
All right. Leaf, did you hear the good news?
About God?
I mean, some would call him God, I suppose. Asmongold has announced that there's a chance that he will run for president one day.
Really?
Would you like to hear his announcement here?
Let's hear it. Yeah.
Okay,
Interesting.
Let's see what he had to say.
So that's the way I see it. And you should be in the White House. I look. I will say that there's a chance that something might happen. Honestly, it mainly depends on me. It's not even really. It's mainly on me. So we'll see what happens. I'm not going to say anything else, right? I'm not going to say anything else. I'm not going to get into specifics. But, it could be an interesting time. It definitely could be a very interesting time. Could have a lot of fun.
Did they reach out to him? Like, that's what it sounds like, doesn't it?
You're muted.
Yeah, can't hear you.
Yeah, I was just saying, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about Asmongold running for president. I think you need somebody who's a little more worldly, and I think that he sees a lot of things online, but I think that you need somebody who's actually been outside occasionally to be a president. Although
I don't
super
think
based.
he's got the biggest spine to be a president or a politician.
Well, I mean, let's look. We all know that influencers are like, you're seeing celebrities run. I mean, go back to Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan was an actor, right? He was the president of the United States. You saw Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was governor. Donald Trump, exactly. I mean, all these who were so. I mean, who am I to say?
I would say they are a lot more. They have more backbone, I'd say, than Asmongold.
Well, I think there's other positions possibly that Asmongold could potentially fit. I just don't know if I want his finger on the nukes.
Can you imagine the state of the White House, though? It would be so dirty and messy.
Well, or it would be ultra clean because you have, he doesn't need anybody. I mean, he'll have maids and all sorts of stuff. You would
The
see
maids will keep him in line.
an entirely different version of Asmongold. He would be, I think, realistically, I think we can have somebody create some sort of AI imagery, perhaps, that would put Asmongold in the White House. And I think he'd be totally buttoned up. I think the biggest issue, the biggest hurdle between Asmongold going from streamer to president of the United States is probably the fact that he'd have to wear a suit. I don't see that
Kirsha would
happening.
just explode. She'd be like, "Oh my god, he's in a soup."
Right there.
Wait, can you imagine like him doing like a State of the Nation or whatever, and it's just like complete silence, like the camera's on, like a webcam it turns on, and he like sits down. He's not even talking yet. And he's like kind of just fidgeting with his desk. And then he goes,
He does one of those things where he reads off. He's like, "And we will be deporting every illegal immigrant from our country." And then he does that thing where he just stares at the camera and he just goes,
he reads the chat like
right. He's not reading to the Senate or Congress. He's just reading. He's like, "Listen, chat, we're gonna do."
My fellow chatters.
My fellow Americans and chatters and chat. He's pretty awesome. So, look, I mean, hey, everybody has their aspirations, and I think that people should absolutely go after them. So, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, real quick for clarity. BC Wolf says that wasn't Asmongold running for president. It was him hinting that he's been invited to the White House. Also, speculation on him attending UFC on the White House lawn for the 250th. Oh, man, let's go. All right, well, hey, either way. By the way, speaking of the America 250 thing, I very much, and I'm dead serious about this, I very much want to do our show from that America's Fair thing that's happening. I think that'd be so cool to do.
It would be pretty cool.
Oh, that'd be great. I would love that. Leaflet, have you heard about that?
no, do tell.
There's like the America's Fair. It's on America. It's America250.org here. And they have this big old calendar of all the things that are happening. Yeah, here we go. Countdown to America's 250th. 5 months and 6 days here. And they're doing this. This would be so fun to do. They're doing some of the initiatives they have. They have the field trip and God, where is it? They're having a big fair up in like Iowa or something. And I think it'd be really great to do our show from up there. They have a full calendar of events coming up of all these like various things that are going to be celebrated. And I don't know. I think it'd be really, really neat to do. Maybe Asmongold will be invited to that, and he'll do his show from there. Can
It'd
you
be great
imagine
if
the
you guys
security?
cover that.
What's that?
It would be great if you guys covered it, to be honest.
I agree. I think it'd be super fun. Super fun. You know who's somebody who probably won't be going to the America 250 celebration?
Who's that?
Pokimane.
Pokimane. That's right, Blabs. That's right.
Nice segue.
Thank you. As Pokimane, who has lived in an extremely capitalistic society, has profited greatly from capitalism, is just upset about the way things are. I mean, genuinely upset, speaking about how society is broken and people prioritize work and money over real friendships. And she said, well, you know what? Let me just let her speak for herself in this
Can I say before we start that, like, I just saw the pose, like the way that she's sitting, just the whole setup, and it was so perfect. It was exactly what I imagined.
Yes, this is like, if you were to say
It's
this
so
is what
smug.
Pokimane said, this is exactly what she would look like, 100%.
It's like the camera angle, just the smugness of the whole thing. It's like, man, it's incredible. I couldn't even...
Well, let's see what this broke boy has to say about things.
Fortunately, we live in such a self-centered, capitalistic society. And it sucks because it trains us to prioritize work and money above all else, even friendships, even being there for other people. And then, again, it creates this culture where people are like, oh, I don't want to bother them. They're probably busy. Oh, I've heard so many people discuss this. In order to have a village, you need to be a villager. I think that's really true. Like, if you want people to be there for you when you need it, you got to be there for them when they need it. But it's also annoying to even have to like convince someone to be there for you so you can be there for them. It's like, it's a whole myriad of things.
Did she do the bird hand thing?
The bird hand thing. I'm not gonna. What are we talking about here, Lisa?
Like when you
What is
like pinch like your thumb and then your other fingers together. It's like the Italian thing, but like non-Italian.
Oh yeah. That where you talk with your hands the entire time. What's the matter, you? You know, right, Blabs?
The bird hand. Well, she keeps doing this, like all of the girls with the nails and stuff, like that.
No, this thing.
No, but the bird pinch. Anyway, I have lots of reactions to this. This is what we should just tell her.
Shut up, bitch!
I mean, there's truth to that. Yes. Would you like to play the game of? Remember, she said in her post, she's like, "Hey, man, it's kind of like." Blabs, I'm sure you don't get this reference. I'm curious if Leaflet, if you get this reference. The from Wayne's World, the movie, where there's a point where where their show gets sold, and they're talking about Garth has this famous line where he says, "It's like people only do things because they get paid," and he's wearing like all Reebok and all like it's a phenomenal scene. That's what I think when I think of Pokimane over here. It says we live in a self-centered capitalistic society, which once again she has profited off greatly. So let's play the game. What is Pokimane's net worth?
Oh.
Millions. It's gotta be like
Yeah.
a crap ton.
She's gotta have like at least 10 million.
Okay. Leaflet?
I'd say higher.
Higher. Okay. Well, you both may be right because Pokimane's net worth is estimated between 7 million and 12 million.
Wow.
As of 2025.
Oh, darn capitalism.
I know, that darn capitalism over here. Also, Pokimane here living in the capitalistic society. Here she is on Rodeo Drive, buying all sorts of rich things over here. And once again, complaining about, being a broke boy. Remember, she had her broke boy cookies.
If you're a broke boy, just say so.
That's right. And Damian pointed out, says, you're a big reason why those things are prioritized because you pushed it to your audience, by the way. Pokimane even shamed her own audience for being too broke to buy her products. Cry me a river over here.
Yep.
So there we are. I love it. I love to see it. The hypocrisy being thrown out. Do you think that she understands that people see that and they call her for her,
No,
on her
it's like the
nonsense?
celebrities. She doesn't understand anything. She's in that little bubble. She's the same woman who charges like $28 for freaking cookies or whatever. She's got like little boo-boo stuff, Gucci, everything that you just showed off, and she literally just thrives off of it. She's a hypocrite.
Why are the capitalism haters always those people?
Well, they want to pull up the ladder, Leaflet. That's the thing. They made their money, and all of a sudden they want to keep their money. So let all the poors hate capitalism now, and then let them all distribute their everything else. As long as it's not my wealth, I'm okay with it being distributed. So that it's amazing. It's amazing to see for sure. I love it. I love it. And I do not anticipate, like, what if they went in and let's just say for the America 250 festival, they're like, listen, Pokimane, we'd love for you to come and do a broadcast from there. Do you think that she would accept that?
No.
I think she would have too much to lose to do that because I feel like people get mad.
Oh, yeah.
She would just be like, I can't go because of my security and all that other stuff. And she'd be like, it's too risky. I'm a girl. Bye.
I would like to think that the America 250 Festival or the 250 Festival would definitely have pretty good security at it. Because I would imagine that most people, it'll definitely be a target, especially considering everything that's happening in Minnesota and the hatred for the current administration by psychos. So there's that. Well, there we go. Well, we'll see if Asmongold does end up at America 250, and we know that Pokimane will not. So
Pokimane?
yeah, that too. Maybe Pokimane will. I don't know. We'll see. That'd be quite the.
Pikachu celebrates 250.
Could you imagine all the people walking around with their Pokemon Go's walking around American 250?
I choose you, and they pull out an American flag or
That's
a
right.
freaking bald
Like
eagle.
a special edition Pikachu with an American.
No, it's
skin.
only the Pokemon that looks like Trump. You know, the weasel one. Yeah.
Or they make a new custom. Man, could you imagine the meltdown if they made a custom Donald Trump Pokemon? Oh my God, the meltdown would be amazing.
Do you know that one? The Donald Trump Pokemon?
No, I haven't seen that.
Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, see, yes, for sure. And while we do that, Miyuki came in with another $50.
Wow.
Says Asmon said he will never run for president. 50 more for Leaf. I would totally watch Amelia if you made an episode 1.
Here's the name of it. Gum. Like a pepper.
What?
Yeah, what? I didn't hear a word you said, Leaflet.
Gum shoes, like gum
Oh,
and
okay, yeah.
SHOOS.
I gotta put Miyuki on the wall.
It's a nice name.
Miyuki or gumshoes?
Both.
Okay. Whew. All right.
Doesn't look like Trump.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God! I just realized it has its ear.
Wow, that's pretty funny.
What?
Oh, it does. That's hilarious.
Pokemon predicted it. Oh my God.
Wow. Is that legit? That can't be legit.
Crazy.
Wow. Man, that's nuts. John says 2034 election, Mr. Beast versus Asmongold. Oh God. Oh God, help us. Wes says Blab's effing dolphins is not in what. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Blabs,
let me take care of this one. West is telling me that there is a NASA-funded project about fucking dolphins. And for some reason, The Guardian calls it The Dolphin Who Loved Me. Weird, weird. Thanks for the 10, West.
Yeah, West. Awkward. All right. We have the Sparky redhead supremacist says, imagine President Zach. Hassan would have a nuclear crash out. Kira would need 10 towels. Alana and Leaflet as White House unofficial press. Among all influencers, Asmon is the most likely to make it. Thank you for that. That's disgusting to think about the amount of towels that she'd need. Game Hunter came in and says, remember when I said Asmongold's VTuber harem is up at 15 to 17 right now, and Kirsha coughed? Leaflet would be up against Kirsha, Pippa, Lucy Pyre. Winner gets to be Kasi's VTuber. I'm sorry, Game Hunter. I don't know many of those.
That's a lot
names.
of lore.
Yeah,
It's like the VTuber that was like Asmon's daughter, like the joke behind
okay.
it.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Sigrun says Totem Gumshoes will build a Stakataka around I don't even know what's happening, Sigrun.
Craig's not even
Pokemon-
gonna bother. You broke
Pokemon
him.
references.
You broke him.
I appreciate that. That's excellent.
Well, Hippie Tree
speaking-
Hugger came in for 300 kicks with no message, but thank you.
Let's go. All right. Love that. All right. Speaking of broken people, let's look at Jimmy Kimmel. Hey, it's been a little bit since he's been in the news. Leaflet, have you heard much about Jimmy Kimmel since the whole cancellation of him and he got pulled off the air and all that?
I haven't heard anything, but it's crazy that dude used to do the Man Show.
Oh my gosh.
That's so
insane.
wild.
Well, he wanted to talk about Minneapolis on his show the other night, and he has every right to do that. Ultimately, it's his job to cater to his audience, and his audience, I guess, is there. I mean, his numbers have dropped dramatically over the last 5, 6, 7 years, and but he felt the need to chime in on what's going on in Minneapolis here. And were you curious about what he said, Leaflet?
Let's hear it.
Okay, Blabs, you seen this?
I've actually not.
Ooh.
If our leaders are intentionally creating
There's no audio.
and encouraging
What?
violence.
Oh, there it is.
No.
It's just delayed. Never mind.
Wait.
Why is it so delayed? Hold on.
Yeah, I don't know. You need to download more RAM, dude.
No, my RAM's not the issue. I've been checking my RAM.
I
cleared
took all of
this
it
out.
with my AI.
Here we go.
If our leaders are intentionally creating and encouraging violence and fear, then I hope you will also agree we need new leaders because these are not leaders.
I agree.
Wait, kind of based? Wait, what?
Yeah, I was going to say, I do very much agree with what he just said. This idea that if a governor and a mayor are stoking fears, we should definitely get new leaders here. Yeah, kind of based there. What do you think? Oh, I don't think he's necessarily talking about that.
New leaders because these are not leaders. And to the people of Minneapolis, to the Preddy family and the Good family.
Oh, here it comes.
These people who were looking out for their neighbors. We want you to know that we are with you and you are not alone.
Oh,
He's so sad.
God, you're crying over people you don't even fucking know.
So they're looking out for the neighbors. Just looking out for our neighbors.
By the way,
Get him a
illegals and
supersize.
scammers, by the way.
Yes, exactly. People who have gone in and scammed people out of money, but they're in our neighborhood, everybody.
We want you to know that we're with you and you are not alone.
Loving embrace.
And here comes the big pushback at the end. Here he comes with a big mic drop.
All right, let's hear it.
And I'll tell you another thing. We also want to see those Epstein files already.
Ooh, so do we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Sure.
Congratulations. Yes, so do we.
Isn't it crazy how they don't know what we believe in?
No, there's
They don't
no
know anything at all.
no logic at all. It's amazing. So there we are. I once again, everybody knows that when you tune into a late night comedy show, you're begging to see the host cry about two randoms he never met and the tyranny that he feels oppressed. By the way, quick game. What is Jimmy Kimmel's net worth? Any
Like 80 million or some shit.
Any thoughts on that leaflet? Jimmy Kimmel's net worth?
50.
Ding, ding, ding. $50 million net worth here,
I didn't look it up, I swear.
as he has an annual salary of $15 million being the host of the propaganda arm that is ABC. I am amazed by that. And I think I always love when you see these celebrities that have the net worth of $50 million that make $15 million a year. They want everybody to change, but they have no interest in like welcoming any of these illegals into their home. They have no interest in doing the socialist thing and handing out all their money and just doing the opposite of Scrooge McDuck. They don't want to. They don't want to be the Joker going down the parade route in 1989's Batman, throwing out money. Right? That'd be too good. No, they want to hold on to that money and once again pull up that ladder and complain about things. That's where we're at here. Speaking of complaining about things, I saw this video today, and I feel like this very much sums up a lot of these folks here. Which, tell me if you know people who are like this. Hold on a sec. Hold on. I need to clear this out because I don't know what's going on with this. Let me do this one more time.
You're like in the 1990s of internet.
I don't know what's going on with this. Let's try this one more time.
We still doing Black Lives Matter? No, election's over. Turns out it was a scam and they stole all the money. The trees die, the land still free, the phone no ring and I can't. Doing the abortion protests? No, the election's over. Turns out
It is lagging.
nobody wanted to.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. What is
It's
going on?
totally lagging here.
All right. Well, anyways, you get the idea here.
Yeah.
Is that it's all whatever the most current thing is here. Goes on to all the trans rights and gender affirming care. Are we still doing trans rights things? No. The elections are coming up. Turns out people don't like child genital mutilation. And then it's, by the way, when was the last time you saw a Palestine flag? It's been a little bit.
I saw that at the ICE protests.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I feel
Yeah.
like the amount of flags promoting it's definitely dropped. So now, obviously, they're moving on to the ICE stuff. And that's kind of where we're at right there. So it always just comes down to whatever the most current thing is. And I think we all know somebody like that here. And we've all met many, many people who are like that as well. Blaz, why don't you pull up the social media induced illness here? Because apparently my internet is all sorts of messy. And we'll take a look at that because it ties into this whole idea of, I support the current thing and how social media is tied into this. Blabs, you have that video pulled up?
Yep, ready when you are.
Cool, yeah. So let's go and see this. Blabs, you pulled this up, and why don't you give us a rundown of this?
So basically, this was from 2019, where people were observing that following like TikTokers and YouTubers, these kids and teenagers would be mimicking like these tics, and so there'd be an increase in all these tics and transgenderism and all this stuff. And so there's this little video. Now I've actually did not watch the video. It's like 3 minutes long. I've not watched it yet. So you want me to full screen it?
Yeah, let's give it a go.
Okay.
With abrupt.
All right, let's start here.
In 2019, German psychiatrists observed a sudden surge in adolescent girls presenting to clinics with abrupt onset Tourette-like symptoms, Tourette-like tics. This immediately raised alarm bells because Tourette's typically affects boys and starts in early childhood. This was an entirely new patient population. So researchers scrambled to find the trigger and quickly identified the index case. Adolescent girls with sudden onset Tourette-like symptoms began appearing in German clinics just 3 months after Jan Zimmerman, a young Tourette sufferer, launched a YouTube channel that exploded in popularity. The girls displayed the exact same symptoms as Jan, the same outbursts and the same catchphrases. The phenomenon soon migrated to TikTok, where it spread like wildfire. Researchers coined a new term for what they were observing: mass social media-induced illness, a modern iteration of the long-recognized phenomenon of mass sociogenic illness.
All right, pause, Babs. All right, so you can kind of see where this is going here. This idea that not only is social media messing with people's minds, but it's messing with them physically here. It's not just I support the current thing, but you see somebody with tics, and these young, impressionable people will then follow
Pretend,
that.
yeah.
Yes, which goes back to what we've seen the last 4, 5, 6 years ago with all the trans stuff. And don't tell me it's not a social contagion, because this
Totally
literally
is.
talks about this.
Yep.
We've seen this many, many times. It's just, and this is something that we've said for years. It's just the goth of this generation. Just the goth of this generation has, lifetime adverse effects. So there's that. But I don't know, Leaflet, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, because we've seen all this.
Cognito hazard.
What's that?
Cognito hazard. This whole thing, like you see it and it just infects your brain, basically, right? Like it's interesting. I think. I wonder if it has to do with there are a lot of people that have and this is like a social phenomenon, like a social defense phenomenon of mimicry, where you just subconsciously mimic people. I have that. So like I will subconsciously, this is why like I watch so much Asmongold. I start to like kind of talk like him because I've been watching him so much, right? And I wonder if this is just that, but on like a different scale, just like a completely different scale, right?
Yeah. Listen, I think there's a lot of truth in this. I mean, I've personally seen this back in the day. You emulate what you see online, right?
Yeah.
Or what you see in person. Like, look, I grew up, I was watching Wayne's World. I'd say a lot of a lot of the catchphrases from Wayne's World, not, or whatever, in the way that they would say it. So early in my career with Screw Attack, we'd have these events, and my thing was I always wore this like backward. I always had a backwards hat on, and that was kind of my thing, right? So people would come up to me and they would have the exact same hat on backwards, and they were kind of emulating me and kind of the way I look and the way I spoke and stuff. And it was always kind of like, I was always like, oh, okay, and I picked up on that really early, just the idea that, there truly is influence here, whether you mean to have it or not. And that term influencer came later down the line, but the idea that you have these people who have these tics, or they push this narrative, whatever it may be, all of a sudden that becomes a part of someone else's personality, and that's scary. That's
one thing to add to
legitimately
that,
scary.
though, is there's an additional dynamic to this, and that's power, right? When not only power and validation that both come with a lot of the other things that you're talking about, like with the trans stuff, right? And you have a lot of people, it comes with like a societal power, like within the structures that a lot of these women exist in online. So it must have something to do with that.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with it. Blabs, have you seen? Obviously, your fandom is a little bit different. Have you seen seen this in your fandom? I think this is every fandom, every audience, every genre across the board. And while you answer that, I'm going to reset. Okay. Sure.
Well, I'm kind of confused as to what your question is. Like, if I've seen
in like the Harry Potter space, the certain actors feel a certain way, so their fans think a certain way.
Oh, everyone has that. Everybody, yeah. Like, Emma Watson. Everyone reads over Emma Watson. Oh, she's so smart. She's so good. She's trans lives matter. And so a good chunk of the fan base is like, yo, she's pro-child mutilation. And then the other half is like, no, she's the bestest ever. We love her. So it's honestly split down the middle. It's kind of like the J.K. Rowling stuff, too. And then Daniel Radcliffe. It's least split down the middle, honestly. There's a bunch of seals and a bunch of people who actually do critical thinking, for the most part. But, yeah, no, I think it's in every fandom. Device not connected, Craig. How dare he is. Hello. Goodbye. Hello. You back?
I'm back.
Okay.
Yep. I think it's amazing to see the effect that social media has had on literally every aspect of life, and now we're seeing negative effects. Leaf, I've talked about their study after study. This is why I will not let my kids anywhere near social media. You see all these studies that say how negative social media is on specifically teenage girls, and the negative effects that it has on these girls, that they're just trying to live, but they're constantly comparing themselves to other people in a very bad time. Like your 7th, 8th grade years are awkward for everybody, let alone having a social media account where you have to compare somebody to, their best moments, their highly filtered, customized moments.
It's all fake.
It's all fake.
I can't imagine having social media like what we have today. Because when I was a kid, like I had AIM in middle school. I didn't have Instagram until I was about 17 in my senior year of high school. So, like you're almost an adult and you understand, social media more. But like I didn't have this shit. When I had Facebook, my dad had Facebook too, to like monitor what we were doing and posting online and stuff like that. Like I can't imagine the social media that is today as a kid or a teenager. No thanks.
Unreal. Unreal.
It's kind of like, I've said this before, that with the internet and with social media, before you used to compete against people within your own local area, right? So you were always going to be better at something compared to other people in your local area. But now that stage has elevated to being the whole world. So now you're seeing like literally like the top like 0.01% of like people's experiences in the world, and it completely fucks your brain in terms of like your expectations for life.
It's sad, man, and I don't know if there's a way back from this. I really don't. That's the thing about this, is it's just the toothpaste is out of the tube, if you will, and there's no putting it back in. So scary stuff. All right, we're going to get to Today in Gaming History in just a second, but we still have our side scroller showdown happening right now. The battle is who would win in a fist fight, Kirsha versus Leaflet. Now, Leaflet currently as 200. She has a lead right now. Actually, it needs to be updated there, Blabs, because the lead right now for Leaflet is 335 to Kirsha's 135. Now, Leaflet has said she would get her ass kicked by Kirsha. I think that's yes. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Just want to be clear. But you guys say no. Believe in yourself, Leaflet. So there we go. I do want to point out that Game Master Emperor came in with a $100 super chat. Says, I can vouch for Kay on what she saw on yesterday's stream. 100% Mauser and claw grip in the background. Yes, we were talking about the reaction to the Mario trailer, and I agree with Kay. I do think that it was Mauser in the background from Super Mario Brothers 2. Game Master, thank you so much for your support. Let's get you on the wall, my friend. Not to be outdone, though. Other ridiculous support. Is this correct? Hippie Tree Hugger with 25?
Yeah, no, that's real.
The rare green sticky going up from Hippie Tree Hugger. 25 gifted
do the
kick
boobs again.
subs. Yes, let's do it. Why not? Holy moly. The purple and the green going up. That is just silly, to say the least. Guy in Hemlock came in with the seal clap, and he also said another Montez. Yes, we did get another Montez goal, Blabs, which I'll tell you what, while I put Hippie Tree Hugger and Game Master on the wall, I will give you the opportunity to pick whichever one you want.
Your time has come.
Bitch! Montez!
You know that was a given. I had to do that one. I love the Mario one. It's the best one. But I got to press the button. I did it, me, not Craig. That's right.
Congratulations, Blabs.
Thank you.
Man, I don't know what's going on. I'm like 2 seconds behind you guys. I may just have to go out and
Mentally
get
or
an
physically?
both. I may just have to go home and go and like get an entirely new PC. I'm running on potato mode here.
See, you should have never picked up the new PlayStation. You should have picked up a new tower instead.
I'm going to return that PlayStation and go buy a new tower.
First.
Download all that RAM, dude.
You don't download RAM, Blabs.
I know.
Stop all
Laughs
the
in my
download.
132 gigabytes of RAM.
All right. I'll tell you, we have a lot of super chats to get to, and the Side Scroll Showdown is intense, which will figure out exactly who would win in a fist fight between Kirsha and Leaflet. Which, by the way, Leaflet, I'm sure you'll have plenty of conversations about this on a stream with you, and I'm sure Kirsha will do the same, which is a great thing, a really great thing. We're providing content for you through the Side Scroller Showdown. But we always like to end the show with a little bit of happiness. So, friends, are you ready? Blabs, are you ready?
Are you?
No. It's time for Today in Video Game History.
Today in gaming history with Blabs.
Olive Garden can suck my tits.
Okay.
That's right. That's right. All right, everybody. January 27th. I picked one of these games specifically for Leaflet. You guys can figure out which one it is. Resident Evil Survivor was released in Japan in 2000. Afro Samurai was released in 2009. And then, this is probably the game I picked for Leaflet. Femdom Wife game Zoe was released in 2023. For the love of God, Leaflet, do not Google it, though. Lots of images show up. Lots.
Dom.
I wouldn't do it if I were you.
Was it Simulator Zoe?
Yeah. Femdom Wife Zoe.
Femdom Wife Zoe. Results hidden by safe
Yeah.
search.
Yeah. My safe search was not enabled, and everything showed up, and there was a lot of stuff.
Like
I don't
what,
do
Blabs?
it, man. There's lots of stuff.
What kind of stuff?
For JJs and stuff like that,
Oh, that's
Tits,
good.
Dicks. Everything.
158.09.
Why? I'm just showing you what popped up.
09.
Yes, chat balls were there too.
Excellent. Very good. Thank you for that. All right. So some noticeable games that you missed today, Blabs.
Did I, though?
Yeah, you did. Did you mention Resident Evil Survivor?
I
Blabs?
did.
Yes.
I did.
Project Altered Beast. This was the Altered Beast reboot from 2005, which was a trash bag of a game. If that's the classic 80s arcade game, trying to get a reboot did not work out very well. We have Shin Megami Tensei, Digital Devil Saga 2 for the PlayStation 2 in 2005. We saw the Tekken spinoff, which did not work out very well. Death by Degrees in 2005. You mentioned Afro Samurai. Galgun released for the Xbox 360. That was fairly popular. Let's see. The Last Story for the Wii. That had a little bit of traction when it came out as well. Iron Snout released 10 years ago, Blabs. Game I'm sure you would love.
I've never heard of it, though.
Well, it's a piggy game, as you can tell by this snout.
Therefore, I would like it.
That's right. Absolutely. Gunvolt Chronicles. Oh, Dead Space. That must have been the collection, I guess, for the PlayStation 5 or the remaster, perhaps. And Code Vein releases today. Code Vein 2. So, yeah, Blabs, I think you did a pretty okay job. Let us know in the chat what you think Blabs did as far as her.
I got an A.
Oh, yeah? The chat's telling you you
No,
had
I'm
an
just
A?
telling you I got an A.
Oh, you're just letting everybody know?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you were going to go the route of that Femdom simulator, you should have at least said True Love 98 because it's a better game.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Leaflet.
Blabs, can you Google that real quick?
No, don't do it.
No,
Just search for True Love 98 game.
No, why don't you do it, mister? I'm not doing it. Look, my hands are up here. Don't shoot. What?
Blabs, go ahead.
No, I'm not doing it. Put it back.
No, Blabs, it's literally your job.
It's literally not in the contract. Let's keep going.
It is. Do you think that in the contract it needs to say Blabs will Google, what is it called?
Naughty
True Love
things.
98.
Blabs.
I don't want to do it.
Blabs,
I've already seen enough vagina
Don't do
and dicks. Leave me alone.
No doubt you have. Ridiculous. Thanks for sharing that. I wish I had that without me talking through it.
Ha!
John says, yeah, Blabs, Craig will return the PS5 after he plays Astrobot Playroom in Astrobot. Or Astro Playroom in Astrobot. Yeah. Bentley came in and says, hey, kid, I'm a computer. Stop all the downloading. Thank you. Do you get that reference, Leaf?
No, I don't know.
It's so good. It's G.I. Joe, early 2000s PSAs. It's good stuff.
Those were good.
Oh, yes, they were. Obversus. Love your stuff, Leaflet. Craig, is there any chance we can get Celestium VT on here? And Animagra needs representation too. Are you familiar with either of these folks, Leaflet?
Yeah, she's a good friend. I could talk to her for you.
Which one, Celestium or Animagra?
Celestium.
Okay.
I think
Hey.
Animigra is like a joke for her.
Oh.
I think.
Okay, sounds good. Well, we will.
I
Yeah.
talk to her every day, so I could talk to her.
Yeah, can you do a little introduction?
Let's go. I love that.
Of course.
Thank
Guy
you.
in Hemlock says, I'll have to look up that True Love 98 up later. There we go.
Good dad.
There we go.
Oh my.
Bike Short says, damn it, you missed Hyperdimension Neptunia again.
I hated that game.
Jackie says, I remember watching social media take over when I was in high school. Yeah, it's long past the point of no return for sure. McLeod says, Hassan's groupies complain about free enterprise. No surprise, yes. Dr. Think Mick says, Bravaria is already the USA bald eagle Pokimane. I was not aware of that. Thank you for the heads up on that. That's great. Goosium says, sorry, but outside of memes, Asmongold presents no real opinion or value. The guy shifted stances so many times based on what's popular at the time.
Yeah, I agree with this also.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that because we had a video go up about Moist Critical yesterday. We were talking about him just kind of jumping on the ICE's bad train. And looking at that right now, we've lost 16 subscribers because of that video. So
Really?
bleh.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen
there's
that one. I should check it out later.
Yeah, well, Most Critical was, it was like it was kind of representative of like what's the current thing, you know? His whole video was, this should make you really mad. And he didn't really have the context for everything, which is great.
Look at
All right,
that.
Blaz.
Hidekai has Amelia Avatar.
Oh, that's wonderful. Look at that. Blaz, why don't we get some of these supers and we can see, by the way, a commanding lead right now for Leaflet over Kirsha in the who would win a fist fight. Leaflet with 335 compared to Kirsha only 135. So I'm sure we'll travel back to Kirsha and we'll actually end up making this happen in some way, shape, or form, which will be great. So.
Team Fortress 2 is 19 years old and still far better than this garbage in every way. Instead of that weird fantasy with gun style they did, what if you did Highguard but with the Titanfall world and use and upgrade Titans?
Man, Titans would be great. I think they tried to, the whole mount thing where you get on the horse or the lion or whatever it is that you're on.
Mm-hmm.
It
was so bad, the steering for that.
Yeah.
It's like a drunken sailor. Mr. says, at any point you get a chance to bully feckin' journalists, feckin' bully them, donuts operator. Gear says, remind you that Fraud Jeff promotes this Highguard Flop instead of Tokyo Extreme Racer, a racing game developed with heart and soul. Looney says, I didn't know gaming history had been moved. It did, indeed.
Yes.
C9 is 2 Leaflet. What AI generator do you use?
The better question is, which one don't I use?
This is excellent point. Hey, going back to the top of the show as we were talking about the game, I mentioned this last night. This idea of where I closed the run sheet, but I mentioned this yesterday as we were playing that game. It felt very similar to a game that I had played before. Have y'all ever played Realm Royale before?
No.
Wait, I think I have. Hold on, wait.
I bet you have. This was or I guess still is, a battle royale. The only difference here is that it's third person. But tell me this does not look similar to this game here. In that you're fighting on these bases. And now this is a battle royale here, but it feels very similar in that there's mounts. There's, I don't know, if this was first person, it would feel kind of similar. I want to see if it actually, yep, there you go. You get on your mounts, get away. And when you die, you turn into I think the cool thing about this is you turn into a chicken, and I appreciate that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
What,
so there you go.
what I don't get about this is if you're going to do fantasy, then do fantasy. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why they're like, it'd be a really novel idea, a battle royale, but it's fantasy.
Yes.
And then they all have regular guns. Like, what?
I don't know. Just
So
last night,
weird.
as we were playing through Highguard, that's the game I kept thinking of was Realm Royale. So, all right, Blabs, keep on going.
All right, I just put in the 15 for Leaflet right there. Thank you very
thank you.
much.
15 more
Bentley
for Leaflet,
says,
all right.
I can't say having a relations with a dolphin is my thing either, but at the least dolphin would have a porpoise. Joe says, Leaflet versus Kirsha. No, the competition should be which VTuber mom will win. Asari versus Kirsha's mom. A battle for the ages.
Ooh.
Snagmaster sent $5 on Plus, and it was a meme. Thank you very much.
Was it a good meme?
I can pull it up if you'd like.
Well, yeah, I want to see the
let's
meme.
do
I want
this.
to.
Okay, let me zoom out. This is a big meme. All right, hang on. Let me get that. Do this. Boop. Okay, here is the meme. Somali fraud. Ubisoft, Highguard, Disney's next.
All the things. Thank you for that, Snake Master.
Okay. Oh, look, Big Chunk is angry. He could use a park sausage, but frankly, he needs less of those. Wiz, for one, says she's taken over because she was intended to be propaganda and she was the only person in the game who actually likes the MC. I can't believe this is what American's greatest ally has become. Am I the only one who feels secondhand embarrassment because some of my blood is English? So cool to see my tweets on Side Scrollers.
Yeah.
Mercenary, for one, says the hate against your country is about globalization and George Soros and his paymasters. They want to rule the world at any cost. Thank you very much. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. Joey says, I thought she would sound more like Hitler in Inglourious Bastards. Cthulhu, isn't Blabs Italian Amelia?
Yeah, Blabs, that may be you.
Yeah, start AIing me, guys. Shady Dog for 5 says, I'm surprised no one has created an American Amelia yet. She can love burgers, hot dogs, baseball, and support ice. The German should have been named Erica. Mercenary for one says, Maria is my heritage. Thanks very much. Blobs looks like he's best friends is Cheddar Bob. Thank you, I'm a he now. Bike Shorts for 2 says, I'm poor, take my money, Leaflet. Okay, that's 2 for Leaflet right there.
Uh-oh.
Boop.
I think you have this in the bag there, Leaf. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, it's almost 200 over.
I'll take it.
Video Gamer for $2.50 says, my vote is for Kirsche. Oh, no, well, there you go. There's a little bit for Kirsche. She's well armed and can handle a fist fight if absolutely necessary. I suspect she would be a very close fight, though. Leaf clearly knows how to handle firearm. Fox do love. Also agree with the fatigue around the hyphenated American thing. We should all be Americans. Damn it. That's right. Patty says, Leaflet, I think you should give the side scrolls people your real voice.
Uh-oh. Let's hear it. Is it deep like this? Is it down here?
That's it. Hello. This is my real voice.
Oh, wow.
My name is Leaflet.
Why do you sound like a witch circa 1492? Like what? Are you going to be burned at the witch trials there, Leaflet?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, hang on. I'm adding in another super chat right here. Boop. Okay. Thank you, StreamYards. All right. Asmon 2032 is a vote for Asmon, is a vote for keeping cringe out of gaming. Mac for 2 says Netflix documentary Asmongold Roach King. Also, is Leaf upgrading to the Scar Jam V2?
I think the older one's cuter.
I don't know what this is, but thanks, Reese, for 5.
Those are saying that, look, we have the different versions.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see what it is now. Okay,
Thank you,
so
Reese.
there we go. Thank you. Wisp for 1 says, Leafle had an argument with a guy in her chat again about how he can't understand what she's saying literally as she's saying it. Thank you very much. Budweiser released its Super Bowl commercial on X today. Much America, very wow. We'll probably want to be able to overreact to it because they'll hit us.
Well, Budweiser, remember that's Bud Light. They it's amazing how a multi-billion-dollar ad campaign can ruin your company, and you have to restore your reputation.
And they're the
through
ones that
America.
did such the beautiful Clydesdale commercials, for 9/11 and all that stuff. How patriotic that was. Amazing. For 20, putting my money on the always strapped Leaflet. Another 20 for Leaflet. Boom. $5 on Craig. That doesn't count.
Yes!
Elijah, well, if they need to duel, then Kirsche and Leaf need to fight it out in Hellish Court. Sword time.
Well, the sword comes next. Then it's the guns.
Speaking of VTubers, might I suggest Kitsune Mitsuki? She covers what you guys cover. So neat. Well, I'm screen grabbing that. Thank you very much. And we are
All right.
caught up.
We have a total. Listen, I'm going to tell you this right now. Kirsche may just quit streaming after this just total domination, Leaflet. Leaflet, you have dominated today in the battle of who would win in a fist fight. Although you don't believe that you would beat Kirsche in a fist fight, the internet does, at least today, which I'm sure this would be flipped if Kirsche was on the show and not you. But today, you have dominated the side-scroller showdown 372 to Kirsche's 137.5. Nearly, yes, doubling, no, say almost tripling Kirsche in domination. Congratulations, Leaflet. Any congratulation words you'd like to say?
If you guys were betting, you'd lose all your money.
Great stuff. Way to go, Leaflet. All right.
But thank you. I appreciate the faith.
There we go. I guess we'll have to see what happens when Kirsche comes on the show. We may just have this exact same showdown that day and see what happens. So, all right, Leaf, you got anything you want to promote or any good streams coming up or bad streams you want to promote?
Yeah, my game. RPG.angelsword.com. If you are into Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, you're tired of the woke stuff, you're looking for combat that is a lot more dynamic, come check out RPG.angelsword.com. Free to play. All of the rules are online. You can play it for free. There's no nothing blocking you. If you want to play in the MMO version of the game, that does cost a little bit of money, but you can experience a MMO TTRPG, and it's very fun. We update it every 2 to 3 weeks, so it's constant updates, constant balance, changes, and such.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Love that. And you just play it on your browser or what?
It's a tabletop, so you play it either online or you play it in person. And you have the rule book. Imagine it's like a D&D rule book, but it's like online instead.
Love
so
it.
everyone has access to it. You don't have to buy 4 books for everyone.
Well, everyone can go check it out right now. I'll put a link to that down in the description. That's rpg.angelsword.com.
Thank you.
There you go. Congratulations, Leaflet, on your domination of Kirsha today. I'm really... you should be very humbled for that. Guy came in and says, Leaflet's real voice is amazing. We'll love to see Kirsha recreated in Angel Sword Studios RPG and simulated combat. He also says, it was never about the money. And then Dr. Peterson says, for Montez 3, 10 more for Kirsha. Right there. Oh, well, I think, I listen, there's a 0% chance that Kirsha could come back and win this right now at the very tail end of the show. But hey, who knows? It would be very amazing if somebody came in and then you had to undo your acceptance speech at the end. Like, oh, by the way, I quit right there. Speaking of that third Montez, we did hit a third Montez, rapid fire Montez to finish. Leaf, you get to pick.
Claw Machine.
I actually removed that one on accident.
You pick. Oh, Blabs.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Bitch!
All right, great place
record,
to stop,
guys.
guys.
I picked twice in a row.
Way to go, Blabs. You're the best.
The best around.
All right, guys, thank you so much. People saying I'm begging for $1,000. No, I'm not begging for anything. I'm just saying it'd be really funny if that did happen. But although you guys have been more than supportive today, and we greatly appreciate that. So thank you so much, whether you're tuning in, whether you supported like Shamsa, or you just came in and you said hello in the chat. Even if you didn't, we're glad you're here. Thanks so much for spending some time with us today, allowing us to be a part of your lives and you guys being a part of our lives. It's always a pleasure. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button on your way out. And yeah, thanks so much for hanging out. Go check out rpg.angelsword.com and go check out Leaflet's amazing game. Have a great rest of your day. And please remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. See you guys later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Fatality.